Yo, what up, Sklort?
_Shep was first.
Easy first from Desha. Nice. Your ESPN is on? Yep, the ESPN analysis where we can scoop in. He should have thrown the ball harder, actually. Would have scored more goals if he threw the ball harder. You just gotta just kick the ball. Hit the ball with the stick. What up, Matt Nicholas?
Anyways, but yeah, no.
All right, how's the night going? Going well so far. All right, we can skip ahead a little bit. All right. Looking at the board, we'll now review Chemist versus Sirius. Oh, we can see Dom has already starred a few for us to look at. A Gil with a +0 weapon, of course. It's in the square. You gotta do it +0. So upgrading your weapon doesn't matter for that square. You might as well do it early. Radon without status effects and summons, of course. There's also Restore Radon's Great Rune. You could theoretically do it with a whip, although you'd have to be careful not to get a whip with a status. I'd probably just try to rush it more so. There is also Godric's Great Runes, so kind of a reason to do both of them potentially, but maybe not both right away. I also probably, if I were him, would have starred both Scar Seal Talismans. I think that's a very common fast one to do. 2 Falling Star Beasts, not because it's necessarily that fast, but because one of them is used in an upgrade path. There is an upgrade path that kills a Falling Star Beast for a Somber 6, so it's an easy way to combine that. Maybe even complete 3 caves. 3 caves can be done very quickly. 3 is... I think it can be 2 or 3 caves, and 2 is like super rush, but even like 3... Maybe it's not. Maybe it's only 3. But 3 caves, not that bad. You could definitely do that very early. And you could combine that with Boss with God in the name. So I'm seeing Agil. I'm seeing Radon. I'm also seeing Scar Seal. I'm also seeing caves. And I'm also seeing Falling Star Beasts in terms of possible rushes here. Oh, good morning. Good morning. I mean, evening for me, you know, but rather late evening. Oh, Inegas also a Moon of Noxtella. You don't need to be upgraded. You can just go grab that. Maybe also Wormface, but Wormface I'd want to be at least a little upgraded for.
I want to see an Agil race. Let's see what weapons we have here.
Agil race would be good.
Shows his character. I just didn't see which character he chose. Seems like Sirius
starts with the pots. With the cracked pots. That's not even on the board, right? Why did he start with the pots? Huh?
is going.
I'm a little confused. Am I competing this season? No, I'm only doing commentary this season.
Because Sirius, like myself, really likes an early Borealis here. And we have Borealis as a corner square here. Stone Club's going to put in a lot of work on that Borealis.
Yeah.
Borealis is so weak to strike damage. Like
Strike is very good.
Wild strikes here. Or not even wild strikes. You just upgrade to +20, right, which is Somber 8. Like you can do Borealis.
Yeah. If you've got an upgraded weapon, I think Borealis is fine. I have seen people go for Borealis with not an upgraded weapon, and I think that is not fine. You should not do that. But as long as you've got an upgraded weapon, I think it's fine.
Boss, if you really wanted to, right? He can also wield.
Oh, what up, Yathlon?
So you can do a Gil +0, upgrade, go Borealis. Like this column 1 is. Really
oh.
Beast is on that
good point, and those are both Dragonheart bosses.
It's on the board.
Agil into Borealis into one more dragon for Dragonheart bosses? That could be a play for sure.
You also get a bell bearing on top of that.
Oh, for Shaky Flip Explode.
Like there's a lot of value in that tunnel. So having that on the board there is going to be a very, very big deal to upgrade quickly and also get rewarded on the board for it at the same time.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah. We also have like Kill Remembrance spells with sorcery on it. Like there's some squares on this board where the players probably just don't even think about it going for in any way. It's like something that just happens later.
Yo, what a Waffle Bot.
But yeah, hey, dude, 3 caves, kill 4 bosses with God, you know, Soldier of Godric. Fucking
Yeah?
chill.
All right, here we go.
Just acquire 5, dropped Ashes, Ash of War again. We had that earlier with Tom. That's a fast one. And diagonal on the corner, a diagonal square. It's not bad. It's not bad.
I like the fact that both of them actually did pick a weapon.
Oh, 5 drop Dashes of War. I totally missed that. I saw the number 5. My eyes glazed over it. 5 drop Dashes of War, also very, very quick.
They could wield right away. So
Is this
sword here
one
for
watch
Kemet, and then Stone
as
Club
opposed
here
to
for
2
Sirius.
watch?
This might be a race on a Gil +0, to be honest.
This is
I might be
the
wrong,
second
but
match,
Chemist
but
might be
game
the only one playing
1
with mouse and keyboard in
of
the current season. I know
day
Mitch
1.
obviously is a
So
mouse
it's
and keyboard
Chemist
enjoyer.
versus
I think
Sirius.
right
This
now
is
it's
their first
Chemist
game, the
being
base
only
game
one. Doesn't really have much advantage. It's just different.
Just something you noticed.
I sort of watched it as it was happening, but I honestly was not paying that much
Definitely a little
attention.
bit different.
Yeah, the
and it
menuing for
seems like-
sure.
Random question, does
Yeah,
Moog's
yeah.
knee, how does
It seems
Moog's
like
knee
Sirius
heal
is
work
a
for
little
hitless?
bit
It does not
ahead
count as a hit for
Um,
hitless. You are allowed to get knee healed, and it does
loading
not
diff.
count against you in hitless. How is
bit,
Chemist
yeah.
already so far behind?
Chemist grabbing
Wesley is
+0, to be honest.
What
I
happened?
I like the fact that both of
Because
them
like they're
actually did
they're
pick a weapon
next
they
to
could
each other
wield right away. So
here,
Bastard's
although
sword here for Chemist, and then
he loses a
Stone
little
Club
time
here for
menuing
Sirius. This
there,
might be a
but
race on a Gil +0, to be honest.
they pretty much
I
fall
think
at the same
also,
time.
I might be wrong, but Chemist might be the only one playing with mouse and keyboard in the current season. I know Mitch obviously is a mouse and keyboard enjoyer. I think right now it's Chemist being the only one. Doesn't really have much advantage. It's just different.
He just wasn't spamming the skip button. He just let the cutscene play for a few
Yeah,
seconds.
menuing for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. It seems like
Load
Sirius
speed
is a
diff?
little
Nah,
bit ahead
he
here.
literally just wasn't pressing the button to stop it. You can kind of see they're loading.
Chemist might be the only one playing with mouse and keyboard in the
I mean,
current
technically
season.
it's
I
like
know Mitch
this,
obviously
and
is a mouse
then...
and keyboard enjoyer. I think right now it's Chemist.
Oh,
being
there
the
is
only
actually
one.
also a loading difference. There's a
doesn't
loading
really
difference,
have
but then
much
even after the
advantage,
load
it's
goes
just
away, he just wasn't pressing it. So there was maybe a 1 second load difference, and then there was like
Movement will
2 or
definitely
3
be
seconds of him just not pressing the
Yeah,
skip
Yeah,
button.
menuing for sure.
Yeah. It seems like Sirius is a little bit
Yo,
ahead
greetings.
here.
Is it true Chemist never practices bingo? That is
bit of
true,
loading
yes.
diff.
A little bit, yeah.
I thought Sirius played
Chemist
keyboard and mouse.
grabbing that for
Well,
some
let's
reason?
see. He is doing like
Because-
turnarounds. That does look like keyboard and mouse
I guess it's
movements.
like a default thing. You're like, you know.
I thought I maybe saw him wiggle like a controller.
would have definitely picked that up at least in one match.
yeah.
Those camera
Do we see
movements look
more or
like
less
controller to
Agil,
me.
or do we see
Nah, that's
at
definitely
least
controller. That I can
one
see
picked
the
up first
like
and then Agil?
slight off-angle movements of controller. Look at that. Look, see him go
look like
slightly
more
left, and then see how the
yeah.
camera has to be super jerky, like, It's not like a smooth, like I can go wherever I want with it. It's like, flick the stick and it goes, Yeah, that's definitely controller over there.
Yeah, he's skipping first step gray series, immediately going forward. And we see a torrentless Agil here from Chemist.
Oh, nice.
Jesus Christ, I'm about to have a concussion.
Why are there two of you? One to the right of Chemist and one
Two
below
verticals kicking in
Sirius.
hard.
So true.
But
So
he's
true.
going
Two of
for it.
me.
Okay, this will be honestly.
Is that
It's because I cloned myself,
no
duplicated
bastard
myself. Oh, Chemist,
Awesome. Okay.
My
Oh,
eyes!
yeah, now I see it. I see it. I saw
my
it.
eyes!
Not
Stop
small.
shaking the
What is
Chemist!
he- Why is he doing that?
I think he's agreeing that it's a good plan to go for a Gil.
Yes, he's very,
Mm-hmm.
very strongly.
Is there any sort of hardware specs or limitations to try and cut down? Chemist, stop! I'm gonna have to look away from the screen. Well, I mean, I was anyway for chat. To try and cut down on load speed differences, or is it minimal as is, so it's not really addressed, just a little behind the scenes question? Upgrade your PC if you don't want to be at a disadvantage is all that it is. The difference between a good-ish PC and a great PC is almost nothing, but the difference between a good PC and an actual toaster is noticeable. So make sure you don't have a toaster. That's what it is. That's all it is. Make sure you don't have a toaster.
Just trying to like get his hand warmed up with the mouse.
Toaster bingus.
It's like a thing when you with like people like bikers when they do like warming
Like
up
at a
the
certain
wheels and all
point,
that
you
stuff,
know,
right? It's the same thing with
if
the mouse, you
you're-
gotta-
Yeah.
If you're, a streamer, competer, pro Elden Ring player, and you're not willing to put, let's say, a little over $1,000 into your PC, then, you know, it's kind of just on you, you know? Like, because if you do put a bit over $1,000 into your PC, maybe like 12 to 1,500, I don't know, maybe prices have gone up, so maybe it's a little more than that at this point. Like, if you're willing to put that much in, you will have basically exactly the same performance as somebody who spent, you know, $5,000 on their PC. There will be no difference whatsoever, basically. But yeah, if your PC is like sub $500, yeah, okay. Or it's like, you know,
Oh, he's got the bad RNG though.
15
The
years
flying
old.
attack immediately is gonna put him maybe on the
Good
ledge
luck.
here.
Please don't.
Yep.
Please not. Oh, it's so
then how
close.
will I make
And
toast?
now
Oh,
this
the
chemist knows that he should
flying.
Probably quit out because he's not gonna come down.
Yeah.
This is the
This is
worst
immediately
thing that-
Yeah,
literally
Agil
the
really
worst
does
RNG
not
you
come
can
down
get.
from
Quit
that.
out.
Yeah, if you quit out right away, you
So
can
for the
just
most
have
part,
it
for
heal
Bingus
down
purposes,
at
there's
the
an
spot, and you
assumed
just
minimum
can
spec
fight,
and
now he's gonna quit
performance
out
is
very
more or
nice.
less consistent. Yep.
It gives obviously Sirius some time now to
Don't think the
catch
load
up.
differences
Sirius
will ever
not
really
even
matter for a
going
bingo
it,
match
though.
unless
Doesn't
both
even
players are
care.
rushing the
He's
same
going
squares.
the
For the
Phoenix
most
on
part,
top
yes.
with the Storm Shack,
Oh, what up, Swooty Swooty?
and has other
Well, under
plans.
this
Maybe
economy,
he's
that's
going
RAM
for the
alone. Okay, well,
dropped Ashes of War.
surely not
Catch.
that much.
I mean, you know, Wild Strikes again.
Oh, yeah,
Did he just
was-
warp
okay, he was
back?
Like, okay, I couldn't do a Gil, I quit out, but I'm not gonna do it again, I guess.
Okay,
He thought that was too much of a race, and now he's just like, okay, I don't want to get sniped. That's too much of a time
That's
sink.
I guess. Okay, so he's just heading over to Gatefront now.
Yeah. He
Sure,
needs
sure.
to get now torn as quick as possible, though. So he's probably just gonna go here and get the grace.
Question
and
came
then
from watching
move
Aggies match
forward.
yesterday at the very end of game 2 when they were
Get
rushing the
this
same
moving
stuff.
at
I was
the
curious how much
angle.
load times would make a difference.
It's not even
Nah,
close.
As long as they
There's
both
a
have
weapon
like
option check
decent
here, but
computers,
unfortunately,
yeah,
too much of a
it
time sink right now
it
for
pretty
him.
much doesn't make a difference. Pretty much. Sometimes it does. There are
Okay, yeah, it seems like Sirius
weird,
is going
rare
for the ashes,
one-offs
yep.
where one time your computer will just
Okay,
take,
it works
you
out.
know, 5 extra seconds
Yeah,
loading
I mean,
for no
Wild Strike's
reason.
Stone Club. I mean, it's
But
almost a no-brainer.
Outside of that, it's usually
Good, yeah.
a fraction of a
that's the
second
other
difference.
ones.
And by fraction, I mean a very
that's
small fraction.
What? It's the Storm Wall Ash of War next, which is what Tom did in
Yep.
the base game match as well.
Exactly. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the drip on Chemist's character, though. It's kind of sick looking.
Yeah, I mean, it is something that is
the thing?
taken into
No,
account
it's a
more
Jedi.
in
He
Jedi
does
Rogue.
look
like,
a Jedi, yeah, that's true.
leaderboard speedruns, which is why we use in-game time so that
Ashes
loads
of
aren't
War there,
counted
for
at all.
serious? Yeah.
But that
He's
doesn't
saying
work
that
for a
right
bingo
now, too. He's
match.
Like, I gotta
It doesn't really make any
like, I
sense in a
gotta have
bingo
more too
match
fast. That
to
was
use
really
in-game
good
time.
Pay attention.
Well, since
to
both
your
players
points.
rushing the
You
first
have
square,
to
I think
show
there's going to
us
be
when
more
you-
difference from all the other factors like weapon
Yeah.
upgrades,
Very
etc.
important.
that
Just for
coalesce
the
across the
players at
match.
home,
Uh-huh,
for some
100%.
people that, you know, are new
Random
to,
solar flare costing you 1
bingo,
milliseconds of
one
load
of
time
the
costing you
rules
the
is that, for
square
example,
and the
here with
game.
Ashes of War, we
True.
need to see them getting
Are we
picked
upping
up.
the Garf emote
You cannot
stock?
just
Well,
go on the map and teleport
maybe.
right away. Same, for example, is on.
Are the graces
killing some
unlocked
bosses
only
that
at
runes
the
need
2
to
near
be
Gatefront,
acquired. We need to
or
see
does
that on screen
Seaside also
just
give
to
you the
make sure
graces?
that,
Seaside would, but you have
rest
to get
and
3
us
total
watching
graces and
now that
Limgrave
actually
then.
happens.
Seaside by itself does not count
wanna hide
as a
anything.
Melina grace,
Sound cues
but
are not allowed,
if you
correct.
grab First Steps
Bloodblade
and
here
you
can be picked
grab
up by Sirius on the Scarab.
Kale, Church of Ella,
And we
and
see
you
also
grab Seaside,
Chemist
then Melina
grabbing
will
those
appear.
smithing ones. One of the most picked up smithing
Okay,
stones in
Sirius
any
picking
bingo
up
match.
some dropped Ashes of War already.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do like this. Going for the Ashes of War is a
Maybe
very,
he'll get
very
the
fast
single
square.
kill. No,
Going
he's
to
gonna
Halleck.
teleport
I mean, I do feel like Agil is the better opening play.
Honestly,
Like, it's
they're
very
gonna go
fast
for
and has synergy with
first.
Dragonheart bosses, but
Yeah, gonna go for the
dropped
50.
Ashes of War.
Bingo's
It's
probably
along a
gonna be able to
diagonal,
top that to Somber
and
Knight.
it is very,
Maybe
very
even Somber
fast.
10. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, would you need a Somber Tenure though? I feel like most boss kills here are very mid-game-ish, right? I don't think you need that damage.
Yeah, but it's nice.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Plus 8
It's
and fairies.
nice.
There is 5 dropped Ashes of War, by the way, marked on the board now. For
Very nice.
Sirius.
Germany's
Oh,
on
no.
the board!
First square for Germany. And now what's also really interesting is the fact that
Dom and Zoodle
that's also
commentating the
corner square.
Germany
It's another
game.
corner square here.
Hmm.
Newman's rune pickup.
Well, well, well.
He's gonna go for the Somber 10. He is gonna go for the Somber 10. Okay, interesting.
Oh, he
interesting.
is, okay. Why not? Why not?
Kevin,
As
stop
you said,
shaking
like,
your
it's
camera,
nice to
please.
have, right?
Yeah. And they're both going to be going for their full upgrade path, just at least grabbing the material. I'm assuming they're not going to necessarily
Stop it! Stop
What do you
it!
call it?
I do like that he grabs the
Upgrade
somber
right
10,
away.
however.
Sorry, the constant camera toggling is like throwing off my eyeballs.
I know, me too. He also
Unlocking
skips a big rune there that he could have just picked up on the way through. I don't know why he just skipped that
He grabbed the
rune.
Numinous rune.
Well,
Oh,
I do
what?
know why he just skipped that rune, but you know.
I mean, maybe series is also.
New
I mean, what they
Bingus
could also do is
season
pick up
means
really quick
more
of
new
the scar
emotes.
seals.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Right, that's here near the.
He's definitely on keyboard and mouse.
Dragonkin soldier,
Look at his arm when he
Ancient
moves his
River.
camera. Yeah, yeah. He has his sensitivity really low as well, I think, in order to like have to do that much movement.
Yeah, you
I
can
have my
just pick up
sensitivity
your
super
Smith and
high
Fusion
because
3 and then
like
go back, teleport
you don't
over,
really
just
need
pick
to
it up, right?
like for the most part, the only thing you need to do with the camera is like big quick movements to like turn around. I don't find that Elden Ring is the type of game where you need to like, oh, I need to carefully just barely move my camera in order to. It's more like, no, I gotta like throw it this way to look at the enemy to my right or whatever.
For scar seals for later.
Maybe for scar seals.
Gonna play some keyboard and mouse. Yep.
No, that actually does make sense. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm just number one biggest commentator. Well, thank you.
We'll find out later.
I have been working on it. Although I do feel that my my commentary this weekend was not as good as I was hoping for. I felt like sort of in game with the like analysis, like we were having a good time with it. But then like the between games, I was having a hard time coming up with anything interesting to say, like the small talk while we were waiting for stuff. I felt a little awkward. Like
if you want to skip Somber 4.
the in game, I feel very comfortable.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But
and then do
everything
Somber
outside of
7,
that, I
like
feel like I
Rock
could
and
work on.
Tree. In this case, what you do is
Oh, Bloodfiend's arm! Bloodfiend's arm! Bloodfiend's arm! Bloodfiend's! It's right there! Bloodfiend's arm! The best weapon in.
If you go to plus.
Serious didn't want the Bloodfiend's arm.
Smithing level 2.5
I cannot believe it.
is 1 Somber level.
The actual broken weapon.
2 is Somber 1. Smithing 5
I thought Chris did that very well today. Yeah, Chris was the perfect person to have on a day where there was technical issues. He kept it so fun the whole time.
Weapon upgrade as fast as possible. In this specific path with old Altus Tunnel and everything, you want to go up to Smithing 7.
Ooh, already heavy stone club.
Somber 4, 5, and 6.
No chicken leg.
7 and 8.
Can't believe it.
And 9 and 10 from Halley.
Can't believe it.
Maximize weapon with that upgrade path specifically.
Okay, so they both are basically just upgrading their weapons. Sirius, I think, is actually ahead on upgrading his weapon, despite also getting the dropped Ashes of War. Chemist is now headed to the old Altus Tunnel, which does have some good stuff there.
So he is doing the most.
I feel like in practice, I have not seen Old Altus Tunnel in a while. I feel like Old Altus Tunnel has fallen so far out of favor. We did see it in several of the official matches, but I feel like so many players in practice have just like stopped doing it unless there's synergy, like bosses in Altus Plateau. It feels like everyone instead is going just different paths to get the same upgrade materials.
Grabbing the clumps here to kill the old Altus Tunnel troll.
We're saying that Raydans was dying to Red Bear was so funny. Yep.
Without swinging your weapon.
Old Altus Tunnel.
Wait.
Is there still a tunnel square?
Right now,
I
this is a tunnel, it's
think
not a
so, but I
cave.
don't think I've seen it in a while. But I'm pretty sure there still is.
One on the cave.
Well,
I'm scared that chemists think that he's gonna finish that and then it counts as a cave, but it doesn't because it's a tunnel. Very important, chat. It's two different things. There are catacombs, there are tunnels, and there are caves.
yep.
Wait, what? Has he even completed anything yet, or did he just mark it because he came into here? Has he done a tunnel?
But that could be also.
Did I miss it? Hold on.
Lake of Rot. Default upgrade.
No, he just marked it as he entered. It is not.
Correct.
Right? Finish that and then it counts as a cave, but
It is not a cave, it is a tunnel.
It's two different things. There are catacombs, there are tunnels, and there are caves.
Well, then what's a grotto? That's a cave. A grotto is a cave.
But that could be also nerves.
And a
man. It could be
precipice?
nerves. First
That's a
game
tunnel.
here in Bingo Brawlers, you know, simple mistakes like that happen.
There's a weapon check through the wall here. Does he check it? He's gonna quit out. Okay,
Oh,
that's
he's gonna
fair.
check it. Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Falling Star
like
Beast
a
here, maybe
colossal,
from
right?
Sirius.
It's probably his pre-mark.
has
Yeah, yeah,
five
yeah.
strikes
It's
already
got to
on
be
his
his
stone.
pre-mark.
First try.
No
Let's
armor.
go, Jumpy.
Nice skip from Sirius.
Bug not going crazy. No armor.
Definitely,
That's
I don't
pretty
know
impressive.
why he is going no armor for the Falling Star Beast, but
He's gonna be careful. Oh my god.
I mean, I guess, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If he
Sirius
wants to
should
just take
probably
more
at some
damage, I
point
guess
put
that's
some
fine.
armor or HP.
Does he know the clump strat? Bro, if he knows the clump strat too.
If it's not training, makes him do silly mistakes. Yeah.
I mean, kinda, but like,
Not really.
no, never mind.
Like,
Nice
yes,
immediate stagger.
yes,
He
that's
did not
what
get
you
the
do, but
full
that's not really good.
Wait, does that
explosion.
work?
Ah, it's a little too far. He tried. That was a clever
He could've
attempt
thrown them
at
his
making
hat,
up the
though, and done actually
explosions.
damage there.
Ooh, nice stagger already from Sirius.
Yeah, there you go.
Sirius's
Okay, he's
damage
gonna
is
kill
already
normal.
really solid here.
This is not a cave.
It's not a
By the way, this is what I think everybody should be doing for Falling Star Beast. I mean, unless it's a rush, unless it's literally a rush. You want to upgrade up to the point where the next thing you need is from the Falling Star Beast, then go kill Falling Star Beast. I see a lot of people that'll go straight to Falling Star Beast at a +0, and then they'll use their Rot Grease, and then it still is like a really long fight, and then afterwards they'll go get all the materials and then upgrade with it, and it's like, okay, but you could have just done the Falling Star Beast faster if you did your other upgrades first. And so that's exactly what Sirius is doing, and so this is great. Obviously, disregard this if you're like, oh, there's one Falling Star Beast square on the board and you need to rush it, right? Sometimes you got to rush it. But if it's two Falling Star Beasts, or if it's Somber Stone 1 and 2, so you got to do this and something else, you're way better off upgrading first, then killing the Falling Star Beast, then upgrading a second time.
cave.
It'll be a lot faster of a fight.
Sirius also here very important. Not a cave. That's also a tunnel.
How many
Sirius is
holes does
also
a
in
straw have?
tunnel.
1.
Yes.
Both are tunnels.
Easiest way, honestly, to know is that tunnels have stones. Caves don't.
It is one hole all the way through it.
Wrong.
This is
There are
obvious.
caves with stones. Easier to say is rather that after a tunnel you get a bell bearing, or there's always like a bell bearing inside, or
Nice.
on the map,
Correctamundo,
like-
that's right.
No, it's not always. No, there is no. No, it's just called tunnel. You look.
Okay,
at the
but is a
name.
straw a cave or a tunnel? Oh, tunnel, obviously.
Nice stagger. Sirius getting the Falling Star Beast kill here. That's a
You
somber
could call it a
6-0.
precipice, but
And
that would be
also
kind of
one
weird.
Falling Star Beast.
I think it was Hitler's.
A straw is the same as a donut
Yeah,
or a
I'm not sure
coffee
that's good
mug?
question.
Yes, but the
fast.
coffee mug for a different reason than you would think.
I agree.
Because you'd be like, wait, a coffee mug, but that's filled on the
Okay,
bottom.
so
No, no, no.
now-
The handle. The handle is the straw.
Cam is upgrading here all flasks, I think.
Does it mean all the plumbing in my house is only one big hole? From main water line to every faucet.
And Sirius is making us ready.
No, because it has multiple different. If it was one single pipe that went to one single location, that'd be one hole, right? But if it's got multiple other pipes that come off of it with other openings, then you could morph it into a flat thing with one hole in it per opening. Did the auto upgrade stuff make upgrading better than before? Some players seem to wait on upgrading despite it giving a big advantage, but I can't tell if that's based on other Square changes. So yes, the auto upgrade made upgrading better than before. 100%. That is a true statement. Makes upgrading better, makes it so you should do it earlier. Some players seem to wait on upgrading despite it giving a big advantage. That is because of one of 3 things. 1, because they feel the need to rush something. For example, Sirius did not upgrade his weapon before doing drop dashes of war. Why is that? Because that's a rush square. You can get it done very, very easily, very quickly. It's a rush that it's like, I think I need to win this before my opponent goes for it. Similarly, Chemist attempted, although didn't get, kill a Gale with a +0 weapon only. That one maybe is a little more obvious. It's definitely a rush because you're forced to not upgrade, but that might be one reason that somebody waits on upgrading. A second reason somebody might wait on upgrading would be because of they want to get the stuff on the way. So If I just go for just whatever stones, it takes around 10 minutes-ish, depending on the exact route you do. But maybe it takes me 12 minutes, but I pick up stones on the way to Falling Star Beast. So now, you know, whatever those upgrades were, I don't pick them up before. I get them on the way to Falling Star Beast, then I do the upgrade after. Something like that. And then the third reason that somebody might not upgrade early is because they're making a mistake. Because the only two valid reasons to not upgrade early are because you think something is a rush, or because you want to get stones on the way to something. If it's not one of those two things, if you do not think there is something you need to rush, if it's just you're setting up for squares in the mid game and you do not upgrade your weapon, you are making a mistake. It is objectively always correct to upgrade your weapon at the earliest convenience as soon as you are not rushing to squares. So, what do I look up to find your Wukong streams? Was I streaming on YouTube when we played Wukong? If so, you look at my live streams on YouTube, and I guess you search for Wukong? Or Black Myth? Or something? I don't know. Has the new season of Bingo Brawlers started or something? I've seen a lot of bingo games lately. Yes, started just this weekend. Just this weekend. Laughing at that last reason. Thank you, that made a ton of sense. Been wondering since it seemed very dominant in the game so far. Yeah. It's very dominant. It's very, very powerful. Very, very powerful to do early upgrades. Powerful enough that you just should do it. Like, objectively, mathematically, it is always correct to upgrade as soon as you are no longer doing a rush square.
To the second Falling Star Beast in Altus.
Already. Okay. Yeah.
Option 4, I forgot. I'm gonna put that goes into option 3.
Crazy, right?
You forgoring is a mistake.
Kind of
You know
crazy.
what would be insane plan, bro? Imagine you go and upgrade your first weapon you have, right? To get like upgraded weapon. And then you sell those and buy a weapon so it's +0. Kill a guild.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work, Zoodle. If you buy a weapon, it's auto-upgraded. It doesn't matter if you still have the weapon that you initially had.
And then upgrade that weapon again.
That doesn't work, Zoodle. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
Right? That would be insane.
It's very easy to feel like everything needs to be rushed and to feel like you're racing to every square, which is like technically true, but how do you win a race? Imagine, right? I don't know. It's like, imagine there are, there's like, you know, bicycles along the side of the road, and you're starting out and you both are like, you know, on the starting blocks with no bicycle. And it's like, sure, it's going to take some time to get onto the bicycle, put on your helmet, you know, strap on your elbow pads, got to be safe, and start pedaling. But if you want to win a short race, right? Okay, I'm just going to sprint and I'll beat him there. If you want to win a race, like an actual race, if you want to win the overall board, you're going to need to get on the bicycle and start pedaling. And then if it's like, uh-oh, the finish is 10 miles away, well, then you'd better find a car. You need to get, like, fully upgraded. So that's the idea, is like, yeah, sure, you can sprint to a couple of early things. You can sprint over here, grab this thing, sprint over here, grab this thing. But if something's, you know, if something's several hundred yards down the road, you should get on a bike. And if it's miles down the road, you better get in a car. Early upgrading better long-term for sure. Yeah. Yo. Nice job today, Ray Dans. You're watching and commenting on the matches from this weekend. Yep. I'm still on day 1, by the way, because I've not had a lot of time to do match review. I don't have a lot of time to do match review tonight as well, because we got Archipelago in the morning.
Serious weapon is upgraded. Like, maybe you cannot go for a Gale anymore.
Is it upgraded?
Is it? No, it's not.
I don't think he is.
It's not. Yeah, it's not. He just picked it up. He can still go for a Gale.
Oh, are they both gonna lock themselves out of a
I don't know
Gil
what
by
Camus-
upgrading all the
Camus might be
weapons they have?
still-
That would be very funny.
Upgrading right now.
I mean, Sirius just is
Yeah.
completely ignoring the Agil.
Look at the wild strike.
Astro
with the
View
block.
until Christmas. Woohoo!
So nice.
He's cooking.
Archie,
Such a
yep,
good
yep.
weapon. I love Stone Club.
Archipelago.
Stone Club is pretty cool.
That's a good weapon.
Parkipelago. I've noticed season 6
They
is
should've
regardless
added
of
a
score, it's
spike
somewhere
Stone
between 2 to
Club.
4 squares are marked. Both players need to be at least plus 15. Yeah, yeah. And depending on the board, I don't think this board is one of them. There are some boards where both players should be literally maxed out before a single square is marked. This one, I would say the Agil points to do this before upgrading. I would say the Drop Dashes of War definitely points to do this before upgrading. Maybe Scar Seals points to do this before upgrading. Maybe Falling Star Beast points to do this while upgrading. But both players should be fully upgraded on this board after just those few things. Maybe Caves as well are marked. After that, you should just be
Nice
fully
one.
upgraded.
Okay.
Chris, okay. Oh, Blood Fiend's arm is also on there.
Not Reed's arm.
85
He
stream
is
streak. Wow,
upgraded.
Chris is a
Okay.
Mitch super
Yep.
fan. So
He is
true.
There goes
Upgrading.
a Gil plus 0. He could still not.
Did Chris? Hold on, let me scroll up. Watch stream, watch streak. It doesn't actually show up in my combined chat. Chris, nice commentary today.
I'll
I'm
go for it, by
so
the way,
glad
since it's still
you
available
got
just
the day
before
with the
upgrading.
tech
Try it,
issues,
please, and
'cause
if
there
you
was
get
a
sniper,
little
then
tech
you get sniper,
issues.
Then you upgrade, right?
Before, yes,
there's
like
the
yesterday
Falling
when
Star
I was
Beast.
commentating, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say.
Big plays
just like,
here
ah,
for
well,
Sirius, though, 'cause this is gonna
that's
get him
fine,
to
we'll get
plus
over it.
21.
And then you were just like making it fun the whole time. I was like, damn.
Oh, I didn't know. That's pretty convenient.
Tech issues were
So you got
so
a
funny,
6
just
from
make
the
shit up.
6 from the
Honestly,
first, the Falling Star Beast,
I'm
as
stealing
well as
that.
the Bell-bearing one, too.
I
And
gotta
I've
just
also
make
got a
shit up.
from the 5
Honestly, we
from
didn't
the
have any
one.
tech issues
Pretty
during
nice.
games for the most
And he's
part,
got
like a
seven
tiny bit
stones,
with
too,
Gray.
from that.
So
So is he gonna?
it was more the like stalling
going for a
between
Gil plus
games
0?
when we just couldn't get it working for blanks at all.
Did he upgrade though? I don't remember if he upgraded.
Imagining the fights in my head in real
See, that's the
time.
thing, I also
Nice.
don't- I mean, we will see at the damage, I guess.
Because it says plus
Both
0,
are going.
so I feel like he would know.
Chris contrasted Dom stressing
Oh, maybe
so
upgrade
well.
the
Yep.
Finger Seal and the Glintstone Chris, but he didn't upgrade the sword.
Oh, you didn't drop the sword.
Good morning. What up, Nekti?
Yeah, it's plus 0. It's plus 0.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Ah, he
Nice,
kept
nice,
the
nice. Good,
Sirius
good,
kept
good,
the
good,
plus
good,
0
good.
battle axe for a Gil. That works. That works. Oh, it's a
And the dragon's
race.
already down. He can just go for the fight here.
Oh, we actually have a race here.
Chemist right now a little bit ahead.
Yeah, Chemist should, in theory, get this. Unfortunately, he does not have one of the stabbing great swords.
Oh, yeah,
Dragons
Chemist
take
is,
more damage from
I mean, Sirius is
Pierce,
challenging.
but should be fine here. Oh, misses the head, though. Lost probably all of the stagger there. He was probably one hit away from having a stagger. Ooh, Sirius is catching up a good bit with his damage as well here. Oh, wow. Why does Battle Axe do so much more damage?
There it is.
Maybe Sirius has more stats, but I mean, look at that yellow damage. Oh, oh.
But it's wild strikes. Like
Wild
I feel
strikes.
Like this could be faster for.
Oh, but big damage as well from Chemist. It's close. I think Sirius wins this. Yeah, they are like tied on damage now. It's going to depend on the RNG from this point.
Literally at the exact same HP right now.
Oh,
Sirius a
big
little bit
hit
more
on the
now.
head. Another
he
stagger.
keeps missing
No,
jump
it's not.
twos.
I'm just
Chemist
kidding.
keeps missing
It looked like a
jump
stagger, but it wasn't. He was just
There's a
moving.
stagger.
But it's a stagger for Chemist. Chemist, it's stagger for both of them. Sirius gets it first.
What a snipe.
Oh, what a snipe. Oh,
my
Chemist
God,
laughing about
that
it.
is Chemist just laughing. He's
Oh,
being a good sport about it,
my
dude.
goodness.
What a snipe. That is so
Oh,
unfortunate,
man.
dude.
Grease goes a long way. I'm not sure it did. Wait, was it Dragon Wound? Oh, then it did. I thought it was Rot Grease, and I was like, what's he doing with Rot Grease? Dragon Wound Grease does go hard. They're kind of a similar color. Yeah, that's why he won. If he had not thought of doing the Dragon Wound Grease, Chemist definitely would have won that. Chemist is like freaking out over there.
I think he's gonna go for. I think I could totally see Sirius go for Borealis right after this and just like push down this column 1.
Wait, is that actual load time diff? No. It was more than that.
Like before doing some gods?
I actually felt bad for Domo today. Man was stressing. Yeah.
Yeah, because
I feel like he's gotten better about it though. Like, I feel like season 1 when he was stressing, he was like stressed and it was like shut down. It was like but now it's like he's stressing, but he's like stressing in a fun way. He's like, man, come on, like, you know, he's learned to better express it, as I think all streamers eventually do. You have to be able to nicely express your frustration without it, you know,
Or did he just
becoming
call
a
the
downer.
elevator for later?
I get it. This
I
is his
think he just
baby,
called the
yeah.
elevator for later.
And he's done such a great job with it. It's really, obviously it sucks because he is paying for a service that says, oh yeah, we will reliably restream your stuff with no issues. And then there's a lot of issues, and it's not Dom's fault even a tiny little bit. It's just entirely the restream service's fault.
Millicent Church, probably grabbing that secretary in there.
Chemist was memeing and having a good time. Hey, that's better than nothing. Chemist getting the full Bingus experience, getting sniped. Yep. Welcome to Bingus.
I mean, it's still anyone's game, right? Don't, Chemist, don't.
Wondering who what was streaming.
It's illegal. It's illegal.
No, it's not allowed.
He shakes his head.
Okay, he debated us. This fucking asshole. This fucking asshole.
He almost pulled a Mitch there. Yeah, I did that. He almost pulled a Mitch there.
That was real trauma.
That was not fair.
Chris, you know what to do in the next official match you have. Actually jump, Chris. I need you to do this. Actually jump off there like you're doing the stake skip. Land on the pillar, intentionally land too far right so that you still die on the pillar. It doesn't count as a stake skip. And then, you know, do whatever you want, look into the camera, whatever, like, ah, gotcha. Collect your runes and move on. Noted. Yeah. Or just take the grace back. Or that. Or successfully do it and then take the grace back. That works too. But actually jump off so the commentators freak out and go, what? That's not allowed! Chris has to know that's not allowed!
We do get lightning grease here too, by the way. Or like at the height.
Chemist actually rage baited Domo during the whole match. That's so good.
So you have the Abductor version Duel.
Uh.
You have the one in what's it called, Academy.
Yep.
You have another 2 Abductors.
Yo, what up,
on the way
Yulway?
to Mount Gelmir.
Doing good? Why is that
what
illegal?
else?
Because
these are the best.
the rules say it's illegal. That's why.
Okay.
The rules were made, and either things could be legal or illegal, and stake skips were decided to be illegal.
Tor
Good.
not
Like,
letting him
it's just
dismount?
another easy 1 kill square, right? Okay, I just said easy, but one phase is not that easy, actually.
Also, he has no armor on. His
Chemist
gas
constantly mogging the camera had me cracking up. Yeah.
Oh, he missed.
I just hate when he moves the camera around and
Oh,
oh.
no, he's dead. Nah, he can't.
Why is Sirius
told you,
have
dude,
no
no
armor
armor,
on?
man. That's gonna-
There's just
Yeah,
no
no.
benefit.
The moment he missed the R2, he had.
Who do you
to
think you
have
are,
that.
CBD?
That's a scary attack.
I don't think so, Sirius.
He's trying to do
Put
Radon
some
here.
armor on. Put some
No,
armor
tunnel
on.
doesn't count. Okay, maybe Chemist is learning that a tunnel grace does not.
Sirius
count.
started
He
Wretch, if I
has to
remember
have
correctly. I
an
don't.
Overworld Altus grace to activate.
I
the
thought he
festival.
started with armor. Hold on. What timestamp are we at? Oh, we're right about at 5 hours. Oh, maybe he did. He did start Wretch. All right, fine. Pick up some armor then,
Or
Sirius.
the version of
So,
armor, man. That's a tunnel
Yeah,
doesn't
we're-
count.
You gotta
maybe
get
Chemist
some
is learning
armor.
That a tunnel grace does not count. He has to actually have an Overworld Altus grace to activate the festival.
yeah, he's probably gonna go for.
Yeah.
the
Chemist,
Radon
yeah, was
side effect
unaware
on someone
of
Yeah.
as well. He could
the
then
ability
do
to
a
activate
Radon
Radon there. I do like him going for Radon here quite a lot. Obviously, it's a square in itself. It gives you priority on a second square. It gives you access to the underground. Is underground important on this one? Surprisingly, no. There's actually no tertiary benefit. There's a primary benefit and a secondary benefit, but no tertiary benefit to killing Radon. That's a very, very rare board where killing Radon has only 2 benefits and not 3 or more. Very interesting.
Important to
Fia's champs? Where's Fia's? Oh, never mind. I skipped over it. My brain, again, skips over things. If I see the number 5, that's too many. Brain doesn't see it. If I see Fia's, don't want to do it. Brain skips over it. You're right. There is a tertiary. Fia's champs eventually.
have any capital.
So yeah,
X's. I
very,
don't think
very
so.
good decision from Chemist to
No,
go for
Chemist
Radon
seems
here,
like
for
it.
sure.
But it's good for Fia's
He
champions
is
for potentially later.
way behind, but I mean, that's kind of what you need to do. It also blocks one of the lines that Sirius is threatening. And so then after it, I would love to see Chemist do Borealis. He did finish off a Geel, so he does still have a Dragon Heart. So if he did Borealis next, he could get a second Dragon Heart while blocking off Sirius's column. And then he's not really that far behind.
GG's.
Borealis. Borealis is such an evil square. I'm literally fighting her as I watch this, and she's the worst boss ever. Yeah, pretty horrible. But look at all of Chemist's life. Look at. If I mouse over it, you can't see. But look at his life there. He can live an attack from Borealis with that life. All he's got to do is get an upgraded weapon, and he's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
You get Radon without
He's
the
totally
statuses
fine.
and Summons, you get Borealis, bro, you're cooking. Like you're fine.
There's a lot still to block, honestly.
He's going for Godskin Apostles here. Honestly, that's also not bad.
Ah,
I don't mind the Godskin Apostle here. It builds the row 4. It's blocking.
Okay. Yeah. Godskin Apostle. Yeah.
I don't mind the Godskin Apostle, but just grab it
And
and
it's-
brace.
I don't mind the Godskin Apostle
it's a
either.
Godskin Apostle square as well.
I just said
In row
that,
4.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Godskin Apostle. It's a God Boss. Yeah, solid call. Oh, Sirius going for Tibia Mariners. I like this from Sirius because because it's the center square. I mean, obviously sets up his row, sets up a diagonal,
That's fair. All right, first
blocks a
Tibia.
column. I mean, it's just the center square. What more do you want?
It doesn't say Tibia
Always worth it
Apostles.
to go for a center square if it's not something absurdly long. And I would say Tibia Mariners for him, not absurdly long.
It's a great sword
It'll be
check, right?
longer than your average square, but I think that
but you can
is worth it when you're 4 squares ahead.
I thought that was from the Death Riper. Oh no, Death Riper is the Death Spear.
I'm just happy Chemist is doing a square. I mean, he also went for a Geel plus 0. He was just a little slow on that.
There it is. Got a broadsword with them.
How do you feel about
No.
the
No, I think you got Bastard Sword.
blueberry play from Sirius on the bingo board? Him making a little square of squares.
You got Bastard
You know,
Sword, the weapon that Chemist is rocking.
Technically, that means they all have synergy with each
And
other.
there is
That
a
means every
possible-
square is in a row with another square you have, and a column with another square you have. So, you know, that's technically a
what I'm saying is
powerful
what
threat.
is
Still upgraded, or am I crazy?
No,
I mean,
it should be
doesn't really
upgraded,
feel
right?
like it, but blueberry opening is very strong.
I don't know if Sirius is going for any possible lines or if he's just going for the squares that he seems is just the fastest in the moment.
I do also really like this from Chemist. I know it's not like the meta for bingo, but I really like him going Vigor early, which not every player does, right? A lot of players will stay pretty low Vigor for a lot of time in the game, and I just think the more Vigor you have, the more aggressive you're allowed to play, and the faster you can actually make fights. I think it is a really, really good idea to level up
Yes,
Vigor
this is
early.
He's gotta be... Dude, he's taking a lot of unnecessary damage, though.
Yeah, it is unfortunate he is taking this unnecessary
real fast
damage,
now.
though.
Still
Hopefully
more
he gets
halberd
the
left. Gets another
Godskin
hit there.
Apostle kill.
Now
He has
gets
no
scared.
heals left. He has to go hitless from here. Woo! Okay. Manages to avoid dying there.
It's running out on the explosion.
There's
a
Yep.
stagger, there we
Very
go.
nice.
Good stagger. Is this... I mean, I don't think it's quite enough to kill. Yeah, no, especially not if he hits a little too early.
Yeah.
Gotta do it
There's
again.
a spin to win.
Gotta do it again.
Scary.
It's called red apple opening if you're on the red side. Yeah.
All right,
Maybe
we're
strawberry?
rushing Tibias
That's
here
a red
for Sirius, which is interesting.
equivalent of a blueberry.
Yeah.
Some Vigor to survive
he
one hit
has
is pretty
priority on-
important.
I
I
mean,
mean,
not really. He doesn't know
or
if
survive
Kevin's
2 hits, or
stuff
3
yet
hits, or
when
4
he's
hits,
down there,
or
right?
be able
But
to
that would
use
be
your
kinda
healing
sick
flask
roll
more
for me.
effectively, or, you know, whatever it is. I think Vigor is just such an important
Like,
stat.
This Tibia then do the Scar Seals, and then finish Tibias, right? And then just rush Godwick.
Or maybe another way to kind of put it in perspective is we all know that in the DLC, right? I'm going to relate it to the DLC to make a point about the base game. You guys all know that in the DLC, right, we get to start with a bunch of talismans, right? And people build different builds based on their talismans. There are some people in the DLC that will buy, for example, the Dragon Crest Great Shield talisman, or they will buy your Flasks Heal for More talisman, or they'll buy both of them sometimes, right? And how much effectiveness do those two talismans have? Well, the Dragon Crest Great Shield is, I want to say 15%, although it might be less, might be 12%. Physical damage reduction, and the Flask Heal increase technically doesn't increase your ability to live, but just your ability to heal up afterwards. Cherry tomato. Either way, let's say it's 15%, right? Let's go on the high end for the Dragon Crest Great Shield and say it's 15%, maybe 17 even. That's solid. But you miss out on a talisman that could get you like 10% damage. Whereas Vigor, you can literally double your health bar. Literally double it. That's not 15% more survivability. That's double the survivability by not putting damage stats in. And damage stats, at least once you've gone past like 30 or so damage stats, that same amount would probably only get you like 10 to 20% more damage. So just the return on investment for Vigor in the base game is infinitely higher than the return on investment for talismans in the DLC, and yet it still sometimes is a good idea to get those defensive talismans in the DLC.
That would be the best.
So, just putting into perspective why I think Vigor is very, very good, and in fact, still underrated in base game bingo. 20, by the way. Oh, okay, okay. Even so, 20% damage reduction is still a lot less than doubling your maximum health. But, yes.
Gets another stagger.
Nice.
Big repost damage.
I like that he played in French, which other people would play in their languages.
One more R1 is needed. Bang. There we go. He gets the square.
I mean, I think most players play in English because I think most players also speak English.
Huge.
First God boss.
Like,
very nice.
maybe not entirely primarily, but when playing Elden Ring. I think everybody's just playing in whatever language they're comfortable with.
Going for Radon now. Honestly, I don't mind the Radon play here. I don't.
It was also one of the cleanest hippo fights I've ever seen in match 2. We'll get there when we get there. I don't think I've seen it.
By the way.
Yeah.
Yep, Sirius going for the Tibia Mariners. Nice.
Wild strikes, man.
Yeah.
This English is... I'm a little surprised. I feel like I've interacted with Chemist before, and I feel like his English was pretty good, but he struggled a little on the post-match commentary.
Not sure if you know.
So I think he's just been
but you gotta be careful.
very, very good at interacting rather than like his English actually being, you know, super proficient.
Middle square. Bum.
Middle square.
What will Chemist do? Will he right away?
How much damage difference is between a back riposte from a front riposte?
Maybe Godric's doesn't seem like he's going
a lot. I don't know exactly how much, but a lot.
Is he gonna kill
like
Margot
twice as
first?
much for a front riposte.
It's going Ruined Labyrinth here.
Fair, I just like seeing games in other languages. Meh. I mean, there's so little that it matters for in Elden Ring anyway, so. Playing in English can also help internalize the name squares. That's also true, because the squares are based on the English names. Might have been late for him in Series 2. That could be as well. Yeah.
I don't know exactly what we're here.
I think that might
He's
be
an
my
animated
deck
film
that
character, the
will
way he
win, but I
emotes.
might be completely wrong.
Well. Okay, but like, why would we do that abductor if we have like 3 abductors in one area?
Whenever everyone is playing in one language, it's
yeah,
easier to know the names of
probably
equipment,
not
weapons, and
probably
items.
not
Yeah,
randomizer.
that too.
Wait.
No, but I mean, I think it's fine. I don't think there's
Miriam.
anything wrong at
Oh,
all
so
with
for
playing in
Miriam,
French
okay.
or whatever
Miriam.
language you're comfortable with. But
And he
also,
has the elevator down for Move Knox
if
Stella
you
already, too.
know English and want to
And
play in
he has a
English, I
whip.
think
He's
that
looking at
is,
column 2.
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely also good and probably easier
looking at
overall
column 2 here.
as a player to keep track of things.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's scary now.
As a German, I can confirm I play a lot in English because German is cringe. I don't know about German being cringe,
yeah, I don't know
but
if you saw, but he also just ran up.
English
to
can be, yeah, very
It is
convenient
technically faster,
for
yeah,
something
than
like
doing
this.
the reload.
How upgraded is Chemist? I didn't pay perfect attention to, but I don't think that's a maxed out weapon. That looks to me like maybe like a plus 15. Just as a random guess. I don't know how upgraded
maybe he's
Sirius
kind of
is
faking
either.
Row 3 and
No,
goes-
wait. I think I saw Chemist do the Lake of Rot, didn't he? So he should be fully upgraded, I
Column
think.
2, you know?
Oh, Sirius is plus 21? What a weird upgrade level to be. Plus 21? Wouldn't you be either plus 20 if you were Somber 8 or plus 22 if you were Somber 9? He randomly got a single Smithing Stone 7? Weird upgrade level to be at. He went to plus 25. Chemist is plus 25 right now? Okay. I'm a little surprised then. I felt like his weapon should have been doing more damage then. Oh well. Chemist was at Lake of Rot. Yeah. Incorrectly telling a tunnel as a cave and an energy avatar as a tree spirit makes me a bit concerned about the translation. That is possible. A lot of it is specifically stated in the rules. Yeah. Maybe not all of German languages, but especially translations are often very cringe. I could see that. Yeah, translations can be harder. Advice from Chemist that he knows was cleaner than most of the other players. He could become best in bingo if he really
Very good
wanted
fight
to.
from
Yep.
Chemist. Second phase here now.
Sometimes you don't really want to. And, you know,
Good RNG. Perfect RNG. That
it's
should be it.
unfortunate, but I've been there. I have
Yep,
been there
there's
where I
another
did not
stagger.
really want
That's
to
it.
get good at bingo.
Very nice. Status were down without status and without
Very
summon.
nice.
GGs. Locks, row 2, column 5.
Very, very
French
nice
is the
fight.
6th most spoken language, and German is barely spoken in Germany. Really? Oh, Sirius got blasted!
Sirius just got
Blasted!
by
That's what
Miriam.
I said, Zoodle. Holy, Miriam did not let him have that one.
Yeah, what an awful square, huh? What an awful NPC to fight. Oh, he's pivoting. Scar seals. Maybe?
On the bingo site, they tied to the pictures on the map. Right, but if he's not paying attention to that and relying on names, it could be an issue. Could be, yeah, yeah.
What do we see here for Chemist? He's buying keys, maybe? Yeah.
Maybe. Dude, honestly, Sirius could go for Scar
Wonder if
seals,
some of the
right?
competitors know
And
how
if he
high the
gets
level
it,
of
he goes for
competition
Broderick
is.
with the whip.
Yeah.
Reminds me of
And
the
if
Ass Blast
he
tournament some
doesn't
Souls
get
players
the grade,
joined.
well,
Ah,
then
the
at
the
least still there's
Mario
column two
baseball one,
possible.
yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, I mean,
Skip.
I think he does know. I think everybody does know. I think there's been a whole, everybody practicing around it. But
Chemist now also. in the
sometimes
lead.
that can
Maybe also going
almost
for
be
Scar seals at the same
a
time.
reason not to practice as
interesting.
much, because if everybody else is putting in 10,000 hours of work, not literally, but what feels like 10,000 hours of work, and you're like, oh, so I would have to put in 10,000 hours of work to catch up, that can feel very daunting. Like, I don't want to put in 10,000 hours of work. And even if the actual number is not 10,000,
Are they
it's
both going for Scar? Oh, he's getting stuck again.
Yeah, it's a raise, yeah.
oh, it is a race for Scar Seals.
And probably
It's
Chemist is also
a
going
couple
with the
hundred,
cemetery shade,
right?
Makes sense.
Catacomb Grace.
Even
Two
so,
or three
it can
cemeteries
just
on
be
board.
hard to put in that effort
doesn't
when you
know
feel
what
like
it
same thing I think a lot of people experience, myself included, with trying to play a fighting game for the first time. Right, you're like, oh, okay, the button mashing is fun, like I can do this, whatever, and then as soon as it's like, oh yeah, so in order to like start actually playing the game, you're going to need to memorize these 7 bread and butter combos that come from these different openings, and then you're going to need to know the exact inputs, and you're going to need to lab out the inputs for every single super that you have. This one is quarter circle, half circle, then, you know, heavy kick, light punch, right? This one is and you're like, well, never mind then, I give up. Never mind then. When it feels like the bar to entry is so high, it can put you off even trying. Block this overhead. No! Oh, you perfectly described me. I never started playing fighting games and have zero interest in learning. Yeah, because it just feels like there's so much you have to do just to start, right? If starting a fighting game, which is why something like Super Smash Bros. Melee, like, what do I need to know to start? If you put your stick in a direction, you press the B button, then a different move comes out, depending on the direction. And if you put your stick in a direction, you press the A button, then a different, like, standard move will come out. And then if you, like, slam it in a direction at the same time as you press it, then you'll do, like, a smash attack. That's it, have fun. You know, and then obviously there's like, oh, actually, well, then there's, you know, combos you can learn. And you can learn that, you know, based on the hit stun, if you do a light hit here, it can combo into this. But that's, like, added on top. It doesn't feel like just to basically play the game, you need to do 1,000 things. Anyway, this is completely off topic from Bingo. But Bingo feels like you need to learn 1,000 things to start. So it can be very, very daunting.
He doesn't have the time for them. Oh, going for wild strikes. Huh?
All right, yeah, they are both going for the Scar Seals, which obviously I think is a great call for both of them. Chemist needs it for the block. Sirius can use it to further pressure.
It takes less damage on this transition, but it doesn't look like it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wild Strike's so OP.
Great. First Scar Seal for Sirius done. He's gonna get the second one so fast. He's just gonna teleport over there.
Yeah, he's gonna get it so
Chemist
fast.
will get sniped here to 100%, and then it's a Godric race, guys.
And then Chemist
Ban Wild Strikes. So true. Why don't we just ban everything that's good? So true. Maybe I'm prude, but I really want an open qualifiers base game solo bingo season. Yeah, that exists.
The question is
Yep, that exists. It's called a bingo club. Go play right now. In fact, you can play ranked bingo right now as well if you'd like to. Just go to bingo club. 100%. I mean, base game solo, like, you can, like, filter yourself. You can be like, I only want to play base game games, and you'll have, like, an MMR or whatever in base game games. And if you're like, well, I only want to play DLC, you can do that, and you can only play DLC games. So that exists. Go for it. That's just not what Bingo Brawlers is.
Is he gonna go and do Godric with a whip or not? Because if he's
Bingo Club
gonna kill Godric really, really quick without the whip, then, you know.
Ban all good weapons and make everyone do all fights at +0. So true.
Definitely kind of better almost, though, I would say.
Okay, yeah, Chemist damage is good. Okay, so he is upgraded. I guess I just underestimated the health that Radon has. I guess I'm so used to fighting Radon with Wild Strikes that anytime I see something that isn't Wild Strikes, I'm like, their damage is so bad on Radon.
Why was he aiming at that dragon so like, I'm about to fuck you
PCR Square should be hitless. So true.
We have a bingo thread, and he's teleporting over to
an actual Godric's Great Rune race?
We have a race for Restore Godric's Great Rune
race.
Wait, is Sirius actually just trying to bingo on him? No, he pivots out. Never. He said never mind. He said never mind.
Has no whip. Chemist has no whip here. Okay, yeah, Sirius is going for God bosses here instead. He's like, just in case, I'm going to be challenged on Godric's Great Rune.
But if you're going to do God bosses, are you going to end with Godric anyway? If you are, then I don't know why you would do Rick first. The only reason you would pivot out and do Rick first is if you're 4 God bosses, you're planning on not doing Godric as one of them. Because if you plan on doing Godric as one of them, you might as well do him first, and if you happen to be the first one to kill him, you also win the game. So there's no reason to do Rick first unless you plan on not doing Godric.
And Godric, I'm gonna go for God bosses first and call him one.
But why though?
Exactly, Zoodle, but why?
He really does. Like, maybe he just got blasted from Miriam and is like, dude, I'm not even trying that.
If you're a brand new player to Bingo, do you think it would be fair to have a coach with you in an official match against a seasoned player? At least someone that is there to answer knowledge questions on the fly. That would be a very fun season format. To have new players with coaches would be a very fun season format. That is not the format that they are currently doing. Everyone is a pro because everyone already played thousands of hours of Elden Ring before being invited to Bingo and then was given months and months to practice. So everyone is considered to be a pro in this particular season. A future season sounds fun. That would be a very, very different format, though.
Shit, I just do something else. Because
Those emotional transitions are hilarious. So many good casters for this. Yeah. That'd be cool, actually. I think it would be super cool.
And I bet so when Chemist now kills Godric,
If he's not equipped for whips or sorks, he wants to save Godric, right? Yeah, yes. It's true. So in that case though, still why are you going for Rick? What is the point of going for Rick? I guess it's for caves.
What's left?
You'd go for Rick, not for god bosses. You'd go for Rick because you're pivoting out to caves and you're giving up Godric's Great Rune, and then yeah, you'll come back and do him later with a whip. But you wouldn't go Rick because you're going for god bosses. That makes no sense. You'd go for it because you're going for caves.
There's not really anything in Academy, so that's probably
Could be fun as a show match. Absolutely.
Kill remembrance both with sorceries.
Does the overall amount of squares grabbed matter at all, like in the round robin for like ties and stuff? Nope, and that is on purpose. Specifically, it does not matter how many squares you grab. It does not matter whether you win on a line or majority, because the entire goal should be you should just try to win. You should not try to win in a specific way. You should not try to embarrass your opponent by gathering more squares and try to win with 13 on a bingo to get the maximum amount of tiebreakers. There should be no possible purpose to BMing your opponent. You should just try to win. As far as tiebreakers, the only official tiebreaker right now is head-to-head. Dom is still thinking about what other tiebreakers might be used, because head-to-head is not guaranteed to break the tie. One that I suggested, and I myself am not... I'm not like this is the best possible tiebreaker, but I think it's a possible tiebreaker. I think a possible tiebreaker is if two players have the same points at the end of the round robin, and they tied against each other head-to-head 1-1, then whoever won their game faster would have the tiebreaker. The reason for the faster one is just because that feels like something that no matter whether you're trying to win by majority or line, winning quickly, I feel like is something that is sort of allowable or encouraged, right? If you win quickly, that's good, always. I don't know that I love it, because it still technically encourages lines over majority. It still technically encourages, like, taking a bit of a risk instead of, like, split progressing. But I don't know. It's maybe better than nothing.
And yeah, an actual cave this time.
Yeah, actually cave. So he could actually go for...
Now people focus on Chemist being unpracticed, but Sirius was also an absolute Terminator this match. Oh yeah, Sirius is playing incredible here.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I like total number of tiles instead of faster. Nope, bad. Nope, total number of tiles is horrible. Total number of tiles is really, really bad, because then it just benefits you to not go for lines. Imagine right now Sirius wins by restoring Godric's Great Rune. Is that a good play from him, or is that a bad play from him? By your tiebreaker, that would be a bad play from him. It would be a bad idea for Sirius to restore Godric's Great Rune right now, because he would have a worse tiebreaker in the future, and so Sirius is going to drag out the match unnecessarily in order to, you know, in order to do that. The faster match tiebreaker wouldn't even apply in this case, because Sirius and Chemist are probably not going to be tied at the end of the season, but encourages winning when you can win. So Sirius should go for Restore Godric's Great Rune and win if he wins off of it, and shouldn't go for it if he thinks he's going to get sniped. It keeps the incentive on the player to win and not to do something outside of winning, right? A faster win encourages winning, but more tiles encourages not winning, but instead going around and collecting more stuff. So that's why I don't think that more tiles would make any sense as a tiebreaker. Meant more to say total number of tiles in losing games. Yeah, but then it also encourages not trying to play to win, but, oh, I'm losing, I'll just get easy tiles, right? Oh, I can see my opponent is setting up for a bingo, and I could try to block it, but instead I'm just going to grab 4 more tiles and let the game end, because then at least I've got 4 more tiles on my tiebreaker. It still doesn't encourage winning, you know? So I think that's what it has to be. I think it has to be something that encourages winning. And maybe fastest isn't the perfect one, but I think it's better than number of tiles for a lot. Could strength of schedule be a tiebreaker? Yes, that was actually my other proposed. Sorry. My first proposed was head-to-head, which is obvious. Everyone agrees head-to-head would be the best. My second proposed was if head-to-head is tied, strength, not of schedule, because both players played the exact same player, but strength of victory. Since everyone plays everyone, strength of schedule doesn't exist. Everyone played everyone. But let's say that one person beat another person 2-0 and tied to somebody else 1-1, and then the other person did the opposite. Tied with the first person 1-1, beat the second person 2-0. You know, whichever one of those two was the stronger player that somebody 2-0'd would get the better tiebreaker. So strength of victory is what I proposed. And again, this is all up to Dom. Maybe I shouldn't even be saying this out loud, because then it technically puts pressure on Dom to, like, accept mine or whatever. I don't care. These are just random thoughts that I came up with. But I think strength of victory makes sense. And then my third tiebreaker, if strength of victory doesn't untie it, which is possible, was the faster match. And then my fourth, if somehow their matches were exactly tied on time, or if you just don't want faster one, was a coin flip. Which is bad, but at a certain point, there's no other way to untie it other than a coin flip. So that was my proposed 1, 2, 3, 4. Head-to-head, strength of victory, faster win, coin flip. Agree 100% on not counting tiles. It just disincentivizes going for strong, quick victories or Hail Marys if you're losing. Right, exactly, yeah. I think there is some esports games use which basically reward beating stronger teams more. Yeah, that's basically what this would be. Rewards beating stronger teams by more, yeah. Do you also just want Chemist to get good at bingo? Because I think he's funny. I want to see him in more of the season. True, also. I think we're all rooting for Chemist.
I'm genuinely enthused by Chemist's
in a lot of ways, but
grace pivots and then
you know,
to the same grace.
It is up to Chemist,
that's what
and
you do in speed runs for in-game time. But
if he's not enjoying it, I would never give somebody the advice, hey, I know you're not enjoying this, but just for the next like 2-3 months, you think you could do it every single day, multiple hours a day? Just for a few months, if you could just practice it every single day, multiple hours a day, despite the fact that you don't like it. Like, it would really put on a better show. Like, if he doesn't like it, he doesn't like it. It is what it is, you know? And that's exactly what I experienced in Season 1. I did not like it. I tried to practice. It made me hate it more. And we all know how Season 1 ended up for me. It was not good.
Yeah, IRL time is more important. And
want to just play a tiebreaker game?
More time, for sure.
Because of the schedule. Dom has already locked in-person grand finals, September 19th. So you could maybe do tiebreakers if you do it like during the weekdays, but there's no extra time on weekends. Weekends are full. So you have to get the schedule on track.
But like that's muscle.
His
memory.
streaming
I mean,
schedule
this
is
man
also very
speedrunning
packed, hard to
this
fit a
game
lot
for
of bingo
years
into
now,
it.
you know?
What is it packed with? I mean, like, from what I know, and I don't watch Chemist all the time, I'll admit. I watch Chemist sometimes because he'll be doing speed runs that I do, and I'm like, I want to see what he's doing. But from what I understand, he is basically streaming speed runs of stuff. Speed runs are not time sensitive. He doesn't have to stream 2 gods on a given day. He doesn't have to stream Sekiro on a given day. He doesn't have to stream, you know, those normal speedruns on a given day. He probably wants to, and I want him to do things that he wants to do, but it's not necessarily
I think
like
that's just simple muscle memory.
that's like a time-sensitive event. If he was like, you know, hey, I've got, you know, this GDQ run or Speed-Ons run, since he's French, coming up, I really need to practice for that. It's like, absolutely, you're busy.
The second cave here.
If he's just grinding out a run for fun,
And
I don't know that I would really count that as
Second
busy.
cave?
yeah.
Speedruns and Persona. Right. Both just not super time sensitive.
What's the first cave?
First cave was Rick, Zoodle.
One.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. I just said it.
Again, not to say he has to do bingo if he doesn't like it. It's just,
Never mind.
you know,
Was it
he
test?
could. If he liked
yes,
it,
yes, yes.
he would practice
I'm
bingo.
multitasking here, dude.
He's not so busy, it's impossible for him to practice bingo. He doesn't want to practice bingo, so he's making himself busy with other things,
They all
which is fair.
jump differently on here. It's very interesting.
If he didn't like it, he could have withdrawn and let another French player
he's
in.
going for the Bloomberg cave.
Yeah. Yes.
I guess.
That is correct.
I've never
It would have
seen
been
that
nice.
in the Moonbear Cave, but I mean, it is the cave. That is true.
It's a little
cave,
late
and
for
it's a
that.
fast cave.
It's a little late for that, so. I think
Guys are gonna
he
be killed here by Chemist in
wanted
just
to
a
like
bit.
it. He wanted to
Didn't
try
have
more
the grace
bingo
though, right?
and kind of got stuck in a
Yeah, I guess he
bad
doesn't have to,
situation.
right? He's
Same thing
too
happened to
strong.
me season 1.
Yeah, that's true.
I wanted to
No
like
whip,
bingo.
though.
It was playing games with my friends.
So
I
whenever it comes
wanted
down
to
whips
continue.
only, he's gonna be in a bit of a
I
trouble
I
trying to find what the hell
I
did you say?
tried. I gave it
Yeah,
as
you
much
can
as
do
I
that.
You just
felt
dumped
like
this
I
still
could,
thing.
and that was not nearly enough.
Yeah.
So I've
You can
been
do that
there.
at the beginning because of.
It's a bad
yeah,
situation
I
to
think
be
it only
put
works
in.
At the beginning.
And did he make the perfect call? Probably not. But
What do I know, right?
I think, you know,
Holy moly!
criticizing someone too much for not making the perfect decision when put into a
And that's
bad
a
situation
cave
is
for
very harsh.
serious. Very
There it
nice.
is.
Find someone who's at least
Well, at
1%
least,
French.
you know,
There's a lot of big
Tunnel incident
French
is not
players.
happening.
I assume Forza
Godric dead now.
doesn't want to be. I don't know. Forza is obviously a very good speedrunner as well, who is French.
Hey, he's
Here's
going for
what-
Miriam.
He's going for Miriam now. So
We'll say, Mitch, you did seem to enjoy bingo a lot more when it was a duo season because you had Aggie to keep you from going completely crazy. Yep, 100%.
Well, Diagonal's
Yep.
just kind of poopy. Like 3 Magma Worms is a lot of work, dude.
Gino is Canadian, so it's probably a little bit French. Sub him in. I don't think that's how that works.
But like, look, he could also go
Forza
for
hates
Miriam, then
bingo.
Borealis,
Yeah,
and then
fair.
does
Maybe
other
we just
stuff.
couldn't find a second French player.
Right, still do Godric with the whip and then Moon of Nocstella. And
Bingo is also a great way to expand your audience.
Chemist to do the
It can
stupid
be.
form.
Did absolutely nothing for me season 1.
let's see
I
how
gained
Miriam goes
0
this
extra
time.
viewers season 1, even before I,
Kinda
you know,
crazy.
fucked up
I know
and-
she has like a health threshold teleport.
ruined everything.
But I
Uh,
do wonder if there's like a way you could have her like stun.
so it's not necessarily
Maybe
always
stand
true,
up, what
but
the-
it can be, especially if you win.
Launching her into midair.
I
you
think the
know?
game forces her to.
The French
teleport
audience
even if she's,
hates
like,
bingo.
teleport.
Really?
If that's like a better way to
Really?
put it.
Interesting.
Yeah, like even if she doesn't want to teleport, the game like force teleport.
Why was Gino not in this or last season? Because he didn't want to be? Because he wants to do his own stuff?
Like that.
Turns out not
seems
everybody
very
likes
well,
bingo. Like, we treat bingo like it's this, like, universally loved thing. Oh, everybody loves bingo. And from a viewer perspective, apparently outside of France, that's kind of true. I think a lot of people love to watch bingo. Playing bingo kind of sucks. Not gonna lie, playing bingo kind of sucks. There's a reason that whenever we're, like, trying to watch bingo matches to get practice commentary, everyone is like, oh, no, someone else can get on. I don't want to play. No. Playing bingo can suck. So, you know, it is what it is. What happens in season 1 if it's okay to ask? Oh yeah, on the final match of my final match of season 1, I had already been mathematically eliminated from making the top 4, even if I won. It was against Aggie, who was already mathematically guaranteed to be in second place, regardless of whether he won or lost in that match. So it was a completely meaningless match, show match, just, you know, for total number of wins and losses at the end. I had specifically practiced for winning Tree Sentinel with a +0 weapon, which is no longer it is still a square. I think it is still a square. Up to this day in bingo. I had specifically practiced for it because I had lost it like 3 or 4, not 4, I think 3 games in a row prior to that. Like, I had a game where it was the first square, we both rushed it, I lost it. We had a game where it was the first square, I lost it. We had a game where it was the first square, I lost it. So I specifically practiced for it, and I was like, I'm just gonna make sure I win this one square. And then I got sniped on it by Aggie. So, I was not happy about that. I was very not happy about playing bingo. I hated bingo season 1. I was upset. I was so upset that a week or 2 before that, I had specifically DM'd Dom asking, can I drop out? Or can I mess around in games? Can I do the... in season 1, there was also a game where Chris and Josh both went wretched to start and just clubbed everything for the whole game. They didn't use any other weapon. It was very funny, but Dom did not like it. I asked if I could do something like that. I was like, I don't want to try that hard. I'm really, really not enjoying it. And he said no. He said no. I could not drop out. I could not be silly. I could not play around. I had to be seriously trying. But when I lost that Tree Sentinel square that I had specifically practiced for that one square, that was my one and only goal against Aggie, was to not lose if that square was on the board. I snapped, and I said, I don't want to play bingo. And instead of ending my stream or something, I instead just went and did an any % speedrun. I just did an any % speedrun. I went, I stake skipped to kill Radon. I killed Godric and I quit out. Neither of them was squares on the board, so I didn't mark them. I was just doing an any % speedrun. I got the Dectus medallions. I went through Dectus. I went through the Capital. I killed Margit. I went all the way. I killed Fire Giant. In the time that Aggie was doing all this bingo stuff, I killed Fire Giant. This was no Graces Unlocked, by the way. This was no Graces Unlocked. I actually just went all the way through and killed Fire Giant. After killing Fire Giant and leveling up with the runes based on it, I technically hit the level for the square. I don't remember what it was, rune level 65 or something. And keep in mind, I'm not trying to play bingo. I just hit the amount for the square, and I was like, I guess I should probably mark the square. I marked the square. It was the only square that Aggie needed to win the game on a diagonal bingo. I blocked his bingo incidentally by doing an any % speedrun. Which everyone was very not happy about, because I was extending this non-game that everyone was forced to sit and watch us not play bingo. Of course, then Dom just unmarked it from me. He was just like, no, that was a mismark. I'm taking it away because you did a stake skip to get some of the runes for it. I don't think he even gave a reason, but like that could have been a reasonable reason. Aggie won the match. At a certain point, I think they even weren't showing me. I think he changed his entire layout, so instead of showing both of us, it just was Aggie in full screen. I think. I don't recall exactly. Cause I was like, well, he's just not playing bingo. You couldn't have just FF'd? I basically tried. I was like, hey, Dom, like, I don't want to play anymore. I stopped moving. After Aggie got the Tree Sentinel square, I stopped moving. I waved my hands at the camera like, I forfeit. I'm gone. Somebody tell Dom I'm done. Nothing happened. He was like, you can't forfeit. So I was like, all right, I'll do an any %. Like, I just didn't want to play anymore. I hated it. So hopefully that does not happen to Chemist. Hopefully that does not happen to Chemist, because I was mentally out of it. This had been 2 or 3 months of playing bingo that I hated from day one. Again, I thought I would like it. I signed up. I thought I would like it. I tried practicing, didn't like it. Was like, maybe I'll grow to like it. Didn't grow to like it. Grew to hate it more and more. And again, hopefully that does not happen to Chemist. Because, yeah, that was the breaking point. I was like, nope, no thank you. We both recall it must have happened. It must have happened. No rules you could have broken. Should have just started spawning in items. So true. You like current bingo more? I like DLC bingo a lot more. DLC bingo is fun, and I really liked season 5, which was 2-person teams. Having somebody else there is a lot better. I'm a you know, relatively social person. It's easier to get in my own head if I'm solo, whereas having somebody else to just be like, it's all right, we still got this. Let's go for this next, is such an easy way to you know, calm down and have a better time with it. So I liked season 5 a lot. I would probably play in a future season, but I have yet to do a lot of solo bingo since then, so who knows? Who knows if I will like it more. Not just Chemist, I don't think Parky will mentally survive this season either. Nah, she'll be fine. She's doing great. Do they want to watch that match against Aggie? Does it exist anymore? I don't think so. I think Dom just did not post it on his YouTube. Parky seen on the verge of tears all day today. I think Parky was doing good. I mean, she fights hard, right? She fights hard. So I think she is emotional about it, but like in a I want to do this way, not in a I hate this and I want to get out of here way. I was in an I hate this, I want to get out of here way. Looked in the season 1 playlist, it's not there. Yep. Parky cares so much. Yep.
He's not a lot of HP.
And she goes up.
I legit think it should be more acceptable to throw in the towel if there's no possible way to turn around the match, because that's not even really fun content to watch. I agree. I do agree with that. The problem, I think, is the schedule. If you throw in the towel, if it's supposed to be 4 hours, 2 matches, 2 hours each, you throw in the towel at 30 minutes, you throw in the towel at 30 minutes, now all of a sudden there are 3 hours of gap in the schedule with nothing to fill it. So I think it would be, yeah. It would be tough, I think, for that. Like, the schedule is just hard to make up like that. Rooting for Prac, she's been trying so hard. Me too.
Yeah.
As a staff?
That's fine. Challenge Domo to Sekiro Bingo. If Dom had, like, a bunch of, like, yeah, makeup activities,
right,
I think it could work. But yeah, I'm someone who has been in that situation, so I have a lot more sympathy for the players if the players are mentally taxed, right? I know it's not as good of a show for the viewers if somebody just quits halfway through. But was it really that good of a show to have me do an any % run and we watched Aggie play bingo solo? You know, so.
At 3, which is great. Good block.
Parky Chemist August 15th.
This is what
okay.
the series was planning, right?
Which will be our Sekiro King and Dominate Bingo Season 13 Sekiro version. Heck yeah. Also not fair to give one player points off of a forfeit. What do you mean? Of course it is.
I'll be honest, this Miriam square.
What do you mean it wouldn't be fair? If you caused your opponent to forfeit, then of course you should get points. It would make no sense not to give somebody points by forcing their opponent to forfeit.
Anymore, I believe, is how that works.
Nice, yeah. The Miriam is very weird. Yeah, if you throw something at her and hit her with it while she's charging up, then she just stops teleporting.
That's great. He's waiting for the ruins.
I getting blanks and serious his first 2 matchups is tough. It is tough.
And now let's see what
I mean, we'll see. We'll see how he does.
Next, or is he gonna go for Moon of
I would probably put Aggie as the favorite over Sirius, I think. But I mean, it could go 1-1 for sure. They are both very, very strong.
Currently still aggroed by the...
That's how forfeits work, yeah.
the blue guys. There is Restore
Yes.
Godric's Great Rune.
Very
Block
nice.
on the row 3. Very nice.
And before
Everyone
Mitch
for
pulls up an
Borealis.
80% run during
I
the
like
next
it. Okay,
technical
okay,
break.
Chemist is
Ah! I can't stand commentating bingo anymore. I'm gonna go do an 80% run right now. I give Aggie a slight favorite. Yeah, a slight favorite, because I do think Sirius showed
Borealis is
up in
perfect.
these
Block the
matches.
diagonal,
Like,
block column 1. I like that. I like that a lot.
they could add a mercy roll for
And
blowouts
Sirius
and let
also
people
going for
screw around
Borealis.
after.
We have a race.
The problem is you don't want to add a mercy rule because it's always possible to make a comeback in bingo. There are games in bingo that would have been mercy ruled where a comeback was made and they won. Bingo really is not actually over till it's over or until you give up. Sometimes you give up, though. I think Domo would actually strangle you if you did that.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Sirius has a stone club with wild strikes on it. Like,
It isn't some major league bingo player has been playing for years and just went into it. He didn't realize he didn't like it when it started, and Dom didn't let him back out. Right. Yeah. Yeah, you know, the way that you get into... right. Oh, Team Argentina can't just forfeit to Team Spain in the grand finals of the World Cup if they go down by a goal. Yeah, but also, those are players that have spent their entire lives doing that thing. They are professionals in that sport that get paid to play that. Bingo players might receive a tiny participatory fee. I'm not sure. But for the most part, are not really paid to be here. It's on your own time. It's expected to be content for you, right? Practicing itself can be content. But if it isn't, if practicing is horrible content for you, nobody wants to watch you practice. It can be literally detrimental to you as a streamer.
Since no resistance.
And so saying, hey, just keep doing this thing that is detrimental to your mental health, detrimental to your career for months on end with no way to back out is tough. Is tough. I'm paid in exposure.
All right, Borealis race. Here we go.
it's going to be another snipe.
I'd give Sirius the edge just in DLC because Aggie could crash out during the match in DLC. This is possible. Aggie hates
We'll
DLC
see. If
bingo.
so, then-
I think DLC bingo is sick. Aggie hates it though.
If Sirius gets no Borealis,
Yeah, then go
and
home
goes
instead of
for
playing.
one
It's kind of
the
simple.
Stella, then
Exactly. That's the whole point, though. You're not allowed to go home. Or at least in Season 1, I was not allowed to go home. I said, may I please go home, sir? Dom, may I please go home? And he said no. You know? And I don't know if the rules around that have changed, but in Season 1, I said I would like to go home, and I was told no. Forfeited a match in Season 1, and someone forfeited half the season in Season 2 by rage quitting.
Yeah, it's just in a
the
position right
Dom's
now, he just really
roundtable
wants to run after Sirius.
incident.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it won't.
I did not pay attention in Season 2. I don't even know what happened. I genuinely have like heard the story like secondhand, and I have no idea what happened. Same, yeah. Who rage quit in Season 2 dropped the lore. Yeah, somebody dropped the lore, because I actually don't know. All I know is that there was somebody who was playing, I think they accused somebody they were playing of cheating when it was just because they got destroyed. They were really mad about not being able to, like, have their alerts going on over the official matches. They were mad about having to stream with a particular overlay on their stream that makes it easier to crop everything into the right places. And they rage quit or something like that. I don't know. It was very weird. Accused Pup of cheating was overall a sore loser. Yeah. I don't know. Guys are such a scumbag. I don't know him. I will speak no slander here. I have no idea. Did not follow it. Accused Domo of something too, but I can't remember. I think I heard something like he accused Domo of, like, trying... something about like this is all for your benefit and not for ours. Like you're just taking our work and monetizing it for yourself or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Early seasons were wild. True. Accuse him of view stealing. Okay.
Two jumping at Tuzi already on the hand.
Didn't you sign up for the
Very
league?
good RG
Yeah.
for Sirius. He can get a charge or two here. First stagger already. And there's what
And
strikes.
he just slapped the hell out of his head.
Right, so at least I didn't do that, right? I may have forfeited a game because I didn't want to play, but me forfeiting was not harmful to anyone else outside of, yeah, the viewers missed a game and Dom had to deal with an awkward situation where, what do I do when a player forfeits? But outside of that, like, it was only internally. I was not like, and you suck, and you suck, and
Flunk, flunk.
That's what I mean.
Who would
with
use
strike
someone
weapon.
else's streams as content? Unbelievable. Honestly, unbelievable. I would never. Also, Borealis race. Sirius ahead and with a strike weapon, which does more, but
There
honestly,
is the
Chemist
big
with
roar here.
solid damage as well.
Like Borealis was just about to fly away.
Vegas needs a streamer university where Swed teaches us Bellerot skip.
He
The
would be
one that
half health here,
nobody
too.
has hit successfully in an official match
Oh.
ever.
Yep.
Sirius
Stop
has
going
3
for it,
flaps
Swed.
left.
It doesn't work. I mean, it does work, but it's not gonna work.
No, he's got. Yeah, that's it. GG's.
I almost got to say, yeah,
Dude.
almost isn't getting it.
Wow.
Wild strike.
Damn,
Every
Sirius
single player from the
sniping
seasons
this
watching
away
this,
as
write
well.
that down.
Holy.
Write that down.
Sirius could win on the diagonal now with magma worms, but he doesn't really have to. He can kind of go wherever he wants.
You know,
Yeah,
I
but he
can tell from Kevin's
almost got
perspective,
it.
he's probably
Yeah.
Like, how in the hell does this keep happening?
I'll get it.
How does this keep happening?
Will
How
you?
is it like I'm always like 10 to 15 seconds
Or like
behind?
Smellerot skip.
And if you've never played, or if you're not super used to bingo, I respect them for finding.
Chemist hitting the
squares
stare
and
was
things
so
that
funny. Wait, did he just stare? I
help
missed
here
that.
too.
Hold on.
Who's watching this? Write that down. Write that down. Acquire
Bonk.
5 drop.
Stare. He just looked at the camera. He just, huh?
You know, I can tell from Kevin's perspective, he's probably like, how in the hell does this keep happening?
How does this keep happening?
How is it like I'm always like 10
Just got here. Did
15
someone quit this
seconds
season, or was this a different season? This was a different season. This was season 2. Somebody quit early in the season, and season 1, I forfeited a game, and it was a whole big drama. It was my last game, so you know, you can't kick me out of a season that's already over. But yeah, season 1, I forfeit a game, and then season 2, there was a player, Dom's Roundtable, that quit the season.
And if you've never played, or if you're not super used to bingo,
Mitch drama confirmed. It was drama. It was legitimate drama.
Go for, but he's just finding them just like a little too late. You know, it's just a little too late.
Yeah, and now Sirius going for Moon into Godric with the whip.
It was my last game into the Sand Thing. It was literally a nothing game. At that point, just an
So at
exhibition.
least
Yep,
he sees what
that
he
is
needs to
correct.
do, but yeah, he's
The
just
infamous
where
any
he's
percent
like,
game.
"All
Yeah,
right, I'm just constantly
the
getting
greatest
sniped
game
on
ever played.
You know what? It could be also just like early game didn't go as well with.
Repays Domo by stealing all his content. Yep.
Maybe DLC, you know.
Yippee!
Maybe feeling more comfortable.
Did you get an
in
90%
PC
PB?
as well.
No, because I killed
because,
Tree Sentinel at the start of that run.
as we
You're
know,
supposed to kill
this is
him
just the
later
point
into the
for
run.
Sirius. He's not
You
like
are
winning
supposed to
anything
kill
much
Tree
more,
Sentinel
right?
in an any percent run,
Chemist can still
but
get a
not
point
right
for
away
himself
because it
with
takes
this
longer.
thing.
You're supposed to come back
After
with
this.
Bloodhound's Fang
Because this looks
upgraded,
really
so
like
I
Sirius
lost some
gonna
time
do
on
this.
that.
Just simply
Did not
because
get a
he's building
PB.
right now way too many bingo threats.
Otherwise, from what I
to a
remember, it was actually
point
like a
where
decently
Chemist is
solid
just
run.
Trying to block them all because Chemist has to go for Magma Worm right now, right? And the moment
Practicing
where
that one
he
square so
starts
much,
fighting
losing it to
Magma
Aggie
Worm-
anyway sounds wretched. Yeah, but I mean, it's my fault that I lost it. You know why I lost it? It's actually because I started Samurai. Because actually Tree Sentinels are weaker to pierce damage, so Aggie started Vagabond and went square off, specifically because he knew, and I didn't, I was stupid at the time, I did not look this up, that Tree Sentinel takes more damage from pierce, and so square off can actually have a faster kill on the Tree Sentinel than Samurai can with bleed. You'd think Unsheath Samurai, the goat at everything, square off actually better against Tree Sentinel start.
He is already having the next bingo.
Get
threat
sleep for
with
tomorrow?
Fang
I will.
too.
I mean, not right now. It's in like 11 hours. I don't need 11 hours of sleep. If you got a world record during that, you think you'd be forgiven. No, because it wasn't even shown on stream. We couldn't even celebrate it.
That genuinely would have been fantastic.
Square off also
but
just stagger locks
sadly,
Tree
just
Sentinel.
not having
That
the best
too, yeah,
level
yeah, yeah.
definitely is tough.
Knowledge gapped, yep.
Yeah, it really came down to wild strikes, right? If Series wouldn't use wild strikes,
Have you settled on a game for tomorrow yet? If not, I might make a suggestion. I got set up Metroid Fusion, but if you'd like to suggest something, I could swap and set something new up. Setting up a game doesn't take that long.
Renala?
Oh, he has to, right?
It's pretty much your only option.
Add or Millennial.
Garf Cart. The
Yeah,
Witness.
or you
That's like a
do
puzzle game, right?
or-
Does that work well in Archipelago? I feel like, isn't also
Spirit is an
short?
option. Estelle is also a remembrance boss.
I did want like,
No.
not like an overly long game. I didn't want Ocarina of Time again, but I did want a reasonably length. And I felt like a Metroid game would be a good length for an Archie.
Is he not going for the? Wait, what is he?
Garf Cart is the
Oh,
goat.
Dragon, I guess. Okay, yeah. Because he killed like.
I said,
he
who is
killed
all is
Boreal.
Archipelagoing? It is me, Chris, Aggie, Parky, Lobos, Lenny, Zero Lenny. That might be it. 6 of us. Oh, is Dom there? I don't. Hold on, let me double check. No, Dom is not in the group chat. It is the 6 of us. The Kaizo Kala reunion, pretty much, yeah. Ever played Superliminal? Nope. It's gonna be a blast. Heck yeah.
He's going for Dragonheart
Oh, he's
bosses.
going for 3 dragons.
I'm too busy with
That's fair,
bingus.
that's fair.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's fair. If I were Dom, I'd probably
Honestly, I
want to
would be
break
surprised if he knew about
the day
Diablos,
after the weekend.
whip check.
Monday would be my break day from bingo to just do an Archie, but nah, he is
Man, the
committed.
run-up to Moon of Noxella is so
Every
long.
day is bingo.
It is. It really is. That's why it always confuses me when people rush that as their first.
I'm too big for everyone now, yeah.
There's like, I mean, you do get a somber 6, right, on from the Scarab.
You get a
That's
somber
quite-
Aggie was so much better before he got nominated for, or even won a streamer award. And Dom was so much better before he bingoed, you know? Now they're too big for us. Got no time for the
Wait,
little
what
guys.
happened?
Aggie Parky hate the Witness, really? I decided who plays what. Everyone's just deciding on their own. I decided Metroid Fusion. Chris, what are you playing? I forgot.
Shit.
I remember Lobos was looking at Bomberman.
Chat, we have news.
Borderlands 2, that's right, that's right. Does that... I don't even know how that'll work as an Archie.
We have news.
Mostly because I haven't played Borderlands. Well, I played it a bit, but my friend who had already played it just ran ahead of me and did everything while I was,
there it is.
you know, trying to play the game. He was like, no, I know exactly where to go and exactly what to do to advance, so I'm just going to go there and do it.
You gotta show the enemy felt.
I was like, oh, okay. So, yeah, never played Borderlands in actuality.
We talked about it earlier.
Because with my friend doing that, I was like, I don't really want to play with you actually anymore.
Remain. That it's really important.
Alert, Miss Mark.
Show that.
Wait,
stuff.
Miss Mark?
We talked about it earlier.
What happened?
There it is. We're having now him rushing probably Godric. And
he marked unmarked marked?
You gotta show the enemy felt text.
Yep.
Wait, who didn't show enemy feld text on what? Wait, which one? What happened?
In the previous match with Tom and
Oh, Dragonheart bosses.
thing here with the Godric.
Gets taken away from Chemist because he didn't show
6, right, from the Scarab.
You get a
That's
somber
quite
6.
This one?
And a somber 7, I believe, and you also get money.
Oh. Yeah, he didn't show it. Yeah. Okay, I see. He opened up the map before showing enemy felled on it.
What
Oh,
happened?
I see.
Did he not mark? Is
Yeah. There was a meeting? There was a meeting. I was in the meeting. I'm just saying, Chris. Commentators were allowed to go into the meeting. You could have been a meeting in the meeting, Chris. You could have. Domo facepalming. Chemist instinctually pivot warping, biting him in the ass. Oh yeah.
Oh, scheiße.
Yeah. I mean, pivot warping is really good if you're going to a different grace, but if you're going to the same grace, yeah, just a loss of time. Everyone has to play by the same rules. Yep. What do you guys think about the you have to show enemy felled rule? I don't like it. I don't hate it. I'm like, whatever. Everyone plays by the same rules. It is what it is. I don't think I like it. I think I would like it to not be. I think I'm okay with just having the sound. But I mean, I guess then it is harder on the refs because they maybe don't have the sound. Kind of fair, IMO. It's fair. You're right. I think it would be fair either way. So I don't think it's like a big deal or a disaster or anything, but I don't understand the need. The need is for refs who want to watch both players simultaneously to not have to have both players sound on and try to determine the sound of boss dying happened for this player at this time. It's they can just be watching, literally watching both players and go, I see enemy felt. So it is definitely easier on refs. I think it makes the timing for marking bosses consistent. It would be anyway, because at the same time that the text pops up, the sound also happens. So it's just whether you need to show it visually versus whether you can have it happen audio-wise for when to mark. They happen at the same time. It's just, do you need to have it showing, or could you have the map up and do it when you hear the sound? With a new 2-minute ruling limit, enemy felled is way easier for refs. That's actually a good point. That's a good point. With the 2-minute ruling, make things as easy as possible for the refs. Just show it. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay, you've convinced me. I begrudgingly like it. I begrudgingly like the you must show enemy felled because if you're gonna be that mean to refs and say they have to make every call within 2 minutes, you need to make it as easy as possible.
We're having now him
Visually is so much better as a spectator, IMO.
Godric. And yup.
Sure.
You gotta show
I don't know. For me, I see the boss health bar hit 0 and I'm like, there it is as a spectator. But
fell text.
if you like the enemy felled text, I guess yeah, it works.
We talked about it.
So what I think best. I begrudgingly agree.
Match with Tom and Romain. That it's really
Doesn't matter because it affects both players equally.
Show
Yep.
that stuff,
Yep.
right?
I mean, same thing if you did
Yeah,
it the other way.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what was maybe this match.
You would have had to go
It's a
back to
long-
Liurnia to get the one from the third dragon.
But yeah.
He doesn't need. It's not the dragon heart that he needs. It is dragon heart
Alright, so we see
bosses.
Whip Radon,
So it
I
is
guess,
the
if you're serious. That
kills.
Whip God
It's on
is
enemy
very
felled.
interesting.
It's not the heart.
Yeah, it
You don't
makes
need to wait
sense
for the
though,
heart.
right? Because you do get the underground for fierce champions. And,
If you're not watching and they immediately pour it out, it might be
it's
jarring.
faster,
I guess so.
I guess. Instead of like killing.
I like the
one
enemy
enemy,
fell
is
text, but I want it to be
faster
you
though?
defeated
Mark
like in the
is
early
faster.
days of
I
DS1.
guess it's really just
A
the
much better
fierce champion thing.
text.
Oh no, I lied.
It's Dragon
Actually,
Hearts
you
in
also
DLC, which
go
makes it a
closer
little
to 70
confusing.
shades.
I guess a little.
Why you
It's
tapping
just to
the-
make it very obvious that magma worms count
Yeah, I can hear
for
that, yeah.
dragon heart bosses. It has to be a boss, and it has to give a dragon
I
heart.
didn't realize
So
I
that counts magma worms as long as they are also bosses. Whereas in the DLC, they don't have to be bosses because we want to include the
I think it'd
magma
be
worm
solid,
that is
though.
not a boss.
I think it'd be
So
very, very solid.
to me, it still makes sense, but enemy felled shows up at the
Should
same
be
time as the heart gets dropped into your
Shoulda, woulda,
inventory.
coulda.
No.
What are we doing for chemist right
That
now?
is not
We're
true.
done Whip only for serious. That's going to be GG's on base.
How do
game.
I know that that's not true? Because I just saw Chemist warp back to Limgrave and get the dragon heart that he had not gotten from Agil. You cannot warp out from the Agil. Maybe you can. If you were to warp out from a boss fight before enemy Feld showed up, the boss would still be alive. They would literally respawn. Same thing with quitting out. So enemy Feld must have happened for Chemist, for the boss to be dead, and the Dragon Heart must not have been given at the same time, otherwise there's no way he could have warped back and gotten a Dragon Heart. So they must happen at different times.
Once he does that.
Get after the enemy text...
Chemist
After the enemy Feld text clears up. Yes.
Renala,
Yeah.
I believe. At least make his way towards Academy Gate.
Yep. Wait, but was he not there already?
I don't understand that rationale at all, but it's his event, so... Oh, the, why is there no auto-marking after 5 seasons and years of bingo? 2 reasons. Reason 1, hasn't been made yet. Might be being made every time I talk about it. Not every time, but occasionally when I talk about it, I'll get somebody who's like, hey, I'm a programmer or modder or something. Want me to work on an auto marker? And I've said yes to at least 2 people. We'll see if either of them actually gets it done. So it hasn't been made yet, so you can't use an auto marker that isn't made yet. And then number 2 is, yeah, Dom just doesn't want it. He just thinks it is better to force players to mark their own squares and for refs to ref the squares and for players to have to memorize the rule set of all the squares rather than have an auto marker that automatically does it at exactly the right times. I don't agree with that personally. I really think an auto marker would be super cool. I would love to try it out. And for Sekiro Bingo, if I'm the Sekiro Bingo Baron, we're using an auto marker. Because it's my event then. It's not Dom's event. That's my event. So we will use an auto marker for Sekiro Bingo if that gets going. If it gets made. If the refs are who decide whether they get the square, why not make the refs mark the squares? Because that would be hard. That'd be tough. That'd be bad. Imagine a ref makes a mistake. It would be alert, drama alert, right? It would be really bad if a ref made a mistake. If a player makes a mistake, we all get to go, should have read the rules. But if a ref makes a mistake, it's like the whole legitimacy of the event gets called into question. It would be a million times worse. So even if refs are 10 times more accurate than players, one ref mistake is worth way more drama than 10 player mistakes. So I think it would just be a really bad idea. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's just a whole big can of worms we do not want to open. Refs are already under tremendous pressure keeping track of all the things that they do. So we'll keep that out of it. Auto marker though, you know, in theory, you make it perfect. It has no flaws. If it ever does have a flaw, the players could always manually overwrite it. And you would just say, hey, that's what you should do. Manually overwrite it. And if the system messes up with an auto marker and you have to manually overwrite it and fix it, like, it's really not the end of the world either, I feel like.
Because he was at Academy.
I have to admit, you kind of make me want to play all these games with keyboard. It's good. It works well. It's the same as a referee making 23 mistakes in the World Cup.
Got the grace.
Yeah, except that, like, instead of it being the FIFA organization that you have no power to do anything against, it's Dom specifically. And if Dom gets a whole bunch of hate because a ref made a mistake, or even worse, the specific ref who's doing this for free on their own time because they like bingo gets a bunch of hate for making a mistake, that's just not a situation any of us wants to be in.
Sprinting. Okay.
Whereas FIFA, yeah, people will complain on the internet about the refs.
I mean, this is
me
like
included.
One of those,
that freaking ref that gave Balogun the red card. Bro, that was not a red card. Bro, that was not a red card. But I mean, it's not like, you know,
bingo matches where bingo
that ref
speaks
is like a
for itself.
streamer where I'm going to go into his stream and, you know, type a bunch of mean stuff over and over all day, every day.
Hydrate.
Thank you for the
But
hydrate.
hey, we hope you guys having a wonderful time today.
Yeah.
On day 1.
Organizational level is way more
Day-
personal
day
here.
one
Makes
is
errors
crazy.
actually
Day
higher
two
stakes for the people
is
involved.
crazy.
Yes,
Crazy.
100%.
Wanna know
100%.
why? We'll talk about it later.
Why?
Did you check with Dom about the kick Ash of War for the bow square? I did not. We all assume that it is completely fine, but no, I didn't ask. Keyboard and mouse is objectively better, and no one can argue anyways. Not really. They're kind of the same.
We're not addressing.
Kind
Cut
of
him off
the
before you
same.
even got to ask.
Blanks told CBD that it wasn't fine.
All right,
Why
yeah,
not?
Radon whipping.
Does Blanks know
Let's
that
see
it's
how
not
good
fine, or
this
did
is.
Blanks
Is
assume that it's
also
not
the
fine?
tooth whip?
That is the tooth whip, yes, sir. So it has poison on it. Okay, honestly,
Whoa.
Oh, tooth
Wait,
whip.
That looks sick.
not that bad.
Oh, and this is a
horrible.
line
It's
as
not
well
amazing,
if
but
Sirius
it's
gets
not
it.
bad.
It's not amazing, but it is yellow damage, and it's poison.
All
Yeah,
games are
so-
going too well.
Hey,
Well,
it's better
spoilers,
than what
but
Tom did earlier.
it has gone very strangely, very differently than I would have expected from a lot of them. Oh, Sirius got slammed.
Wow,
Luckily,
that's
just
hand on the
barely had
smackdown.
enough life to live. It only having
We got
8
the
directions,
explosive
close range
cheer
waterfowl.
from the urgency
Well, you
outside, by the
have
way.
all directions. You just combine your movement with your camera. That's the mistake that controller players make when evaluating keyboard and mouse. Is they assume that because the camera is so awkward and hard to use on controller, that it must be equally awkward and hard to use on keyboard and mouse. But the camera, smooth AF on keyboard and mouse. You just get to move it however you want, and so therefore, you get to move in any direction you want, as long as you don't lock on. And for close range waterfowl, whether you're on controller or keyboard and mouse, you unlock, and so either way, you're going to get full range of motion. A mouse and keyboard player. Oh, well. Surprised you made that mistake then. Also play controller, but keyboard and mouse is far superior in camera. Yes, that is the one, well, one of 2 objective advantages that keyboard has. Always better camera, and then always better menuing
For Radon now.
on keyboard and mouse.
I gotta be careful. You took
Maybe
some
not
hits
always
there.
better. Sorry, I should say, and
That's his last
sometimes better
full
menuing,
mana
but
as well.
usually the same. Skill issue on your part, fair. I also haven't learned the close range dodge on Melania at all, so I can't
Okay.
really say necessarily that it's a skill issue on your part, because I haven't even learned it.
Or did he
I
make
always just
poison?
run away.
I can't tell.
Yeah, stinky Radon.
Honestly, I just can't tell where Chemist is going right now.
He's somewhere in Leonia, dude. Good RNG for.
Like a map navigation, being able to use
That
your
is
mouse
it.
instead of directional keys is so nice too. Yep.
Series challenges. Getting its first up with our very first bingo of season 6.
That's true. Very first bingo of season 6. I know we kind of stopped analyzing the match about halfway through because it just became super obvious that Sirius was going to win, but really, really, really well played by Sirius, and obviously Chemist made some mistakes there. Kind of went the wrong way, got a little turned around, had trouble getting a lot of the squares, but also got really unlucky to get 2 very close snipes. This could have been a closer match. Not that Chemist was likely to actually take it, but it could have been a lot closer had things gone slightly different way. Only do mountaintops merchant skip with mouse camera, but other people seem to manage on controller. Yeah, everything is always possible on both. Everything is always possible on both. Yeah, it rarely does the control method make any difference. People will argue all day about it, but 99% of the time, it just doesn't matter. They're both identical.
Like Sirius and Chemist.
The snipes are
Especially
momentum
Chemist, who's
swinging.
a
Yeah,
speedrunner,
yeah,
not
big
have to
ones.
carry. And see how that works.
Yeah.
You know.
Killing the
Chemist has practiced a bit, but
rolling
Chemist has not
giant
practiced a lot.
lightning ram. Oh, that's an
Center- oh,
annoying one in
bro.
the middle.
Bro, okay.
In the middle.
Dude, let me tell you
I
something.
think it's great.
Rolling giant lightning ram middle. That's so mean. When Chemist hasn't like practiced as much, that's such a mean center square.
What?
That's so
Knowing
silly.
that Chemist is not super familiar with bingo and doesn't know how mean the middle square
Yeah.
is, might be cinema.
No, don't call it cinema. Don't call it cinema. It's just mean. It's cruelty. Chemist only did one DLC game before that. Yeah. That is watching bingo and is only now finding out that players control their camera or have lock on. I mean, fair if you're not a player. If you haven't played the games before. Did y'all add giant after someone killed a little one? No, it's always been in the square name because we always knew there are little ones and we want you to kill the giant one. Is there any rules in speedruns where you can't use a controller with back pedals? Nope, you can use a controller with back pedals. Which can be a good way to get specific like inputs. I've seen so many speedrunners claw the controller. Yeah, ugh, the claw is so bad for your hands though, but yeah.
We'll see. Maybe he's gonna go for it right
So I'm saying the
away.
square is mean, but
Like,
who
and
made
right
it?
in the
I wonder.
Might be. What else do we have? Acquired 3 different max upgrade materials that we haven't had that one today. Finger. In the same
Take a lunch break. You're working hard.
I actually want to see what does Chemist start with. I want to see his if he's got a starting loadout that he has theorized at
And
least.
Rashasa, by the way, is on there too.
Yeah, also.
Let's
yeah,
see.
Yeah, that row 2 is kill, kill, kill.
I play claw and I need to stop. My fingers hurt. Yeah, it's tough.
Have some stew.
You could consider swapping to keyboard and mouse. Keyboard and mouse is generally much lighter on your fingers and arms, as long as you get a nice chair that's level with your desk, so that your wrists go straight forward and are not bent up. If you have to bend up because your elbows are too high because you're doing this, really bad. But similarly bad if your chair is too low and your hands are coming up at it and you're playing like this, also really bad. But if you can keep it nice and straight where you put your arms on your armrest and they go straight forward to your keyboard and mouse, very, very low stress on your hands and on your wrists. Are there any other well-known keyboard and mouse players? Yeah, Chemist, Forza, ton of the Japanese players that are like speedrunners and stuff. I don't recall all of them, but there's a whole lot.
Settle down, adventurer. Have some stew. Relax.
Parky, if she's playing Sekiro.
Don't go kill the frenzy madness man.
He bought nothing so far, Chemist.
Also there.
Surely you
There's a
buy
lot of
something.
There's literally a lot of remember.
Let me see. I want to see what he buys. I want to see what he buys.
Alright, kill 2 unique divine bird warriors.
He's
3
thinking. He's
super
thinking.
respect. So there is.
Yo, Jack, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, Raiders. I'm still on analysis of day 1 because I've had so little time to analyze between then and now. We're the DLC match between Chemist and Sirius. Bought the best talisman in the game, Data Cars. Whoa, wow.
This is like
Is
one
that
of
in
my
the shop?
favorite
That'd be
squares.
very funny if it
We
is.
acquired the death
Let's see. What does he get? What does he get?
Serpent helm, Salsa hood. That's very, very nice.
Attack, charge attack. Attacks, charges. That's got to be charge attack.
That's a cool one. We're seeing
Okay.
Chemist, grabbing the same class as Sirius, by the way, the Executioner's Great Axe, which is a really
But the Executioner's Great... That seems tough to get, actually. Executioner's Great Axe is a kind of slow charge attack. I mean, obviously, it's a Great Axe. Seems hard to get that off, and maybe not worth the time, but let's see. Does he then go Axe Talisman? Is he full charge attack build?
And also has a really high crit. I think it's like technically the highest crit in the game.
He's considering.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like,
Okay, Opaline. Oh, that's a very standard, very solid one to go for. Let's start from Chemist. I was dying. I was not paying very much attention to this match, so this is mostly new to me. Let's see. Then what else does he buy?
But the overall damage output, Executioner's Great Axe, I believe
He's still considering.
can have the highest crit.
He's thinking about Golden Vow. This would be really...
Yes. It's like, I think it's like a hidden stat on the weapon or something like that.
He bought Golden Vow, which requires 25 faith. Is he just going to level up to 25 faith right now?
Really cool, though. Really cool.
Complete 2 Jowls. That works with Lamenta. Oh, would have been cool if there would have been also transformation on the board. Well, yeah. We'll see what
Hitless is on the board here.
Ritual Sword. Excellent choice. Excellent
They would
choice.
Go here first. They only have 6 seconds left here, and Chemist.
Chemist is still shopping, and there's 4 seconds left. Well,
Is still in the shop, pondering his orb.
did he literally just buy data cards? Whoa.
I don't know what they would go here first.
You guys
They only
weren't
have
memeing
6
he literally
seconds
bought
left
data
here, and
cards,
Chemist
whoa?
is still in the shop, pondering.
What do you what? All right.
His orb.
Okay, Chemist. All right.
Bye, Demicon.
Chemist,
Alright, here we
Chemist,
go.
Chemist, the 3 minutes are over. You gotta go. We gotta go,
He's
buddy.
still. What the? Okay. All right.
Somebody let him shop.
Yeah. He's just having a good time shopping.
All right.
He didn't equip any of his physic flasks yet. He doesn't have torrent equipped. You have to sit at the Grace in order to get torrent. He didn't sit at the Grace to get torrent. Which, by the way, we should probably just fix that, where you just have torrent and you don't have to sit at the Grace. But not that it matters much.
Chemist, and then you get.
Kevin started learning bingo right then and there. I guess so.
Oh.
There's torrent.
No, no. Oh no, yeah. I thought you have to sit down.
This is wild watching live. This.
All right.
Yeah?
Here we go. Series already upgrading.
Why did he buy data cards? Whoa.
Way ahead.
Way ahead.
He wanted to.
Way ahead.
I wonder why that's even in the shop.
And seems like Chemist is gonna go for the.
You usually want to sit in the Grace for the first 3 minutes anyway. Yes, you want to sit at the Grace anyway, especially in order to equip your physic flask stuff.
I like that a lot.
Tails never fails. Easy.
And,
Oh,
yeah,
but he's
after
going
that,
for
though,
Blade
like,
of
what would you go
Mitsha.
here? Like, what's like a square you would really?
Let's
really
go.
like?
All right. Chemist redeemed. Good players go
why
for
would you
Blade
go
of
for
Mitsha.
materials? I think
So
would be my
Chemist
square.
confirmed. Good player.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Easy.
really not bad. You can do that pretty quickly. It's not too shabby. That or Golden Hippo.
I think Golden Hippo
Easy.
with the ladder rune would be my choice, probably. You know, just to get that access into capital.
Oh.
Golden Hippo. Into
Wait, I don't
ladder
think I
rune
knew this. Look
would
at
be my
look at
choice,
where Chemist
probably.
does the skip from. He's not on the rock over here. That's where I always do it. He's just here.
You know, just to
And
get
you
that
just make it. I didn't even know you could do that. I was one on the rock.
access into capital.
Minor time save, depending on where you're coming
Corner
from.
square with a ladder rune. It's very nice. Get you some runes.
Nice. Can't wait for next Sunday. All the matches next week. Can't wait for next
Right,
Friday,
seriously,
Saturday,
also
and
thought
Sunday.
The armor should be upgraded as well. Both rocking the same weapon.
Going for all.
You think Domo was upset at this point? No. I don't think so. I mean, you can just see it. I think he has accepted it more. I think he was very upset when I threw a match in season 1. But I think he's like, we're still getting fun content out of it. I think it's fine. Oh, they're having a whole discussion about the archipelago tomorrow in the Discord, but I'm streaming. I can't just sit here and respond to messages. This is so sad.
Also, the Blade of Mercy talisman, which makes sense. Again, Blade of Mercy being very strong.
You want a quick
very,
grocery
very
trip?
strong.
Wish you luck with the things on sale. Hopefully they've got, you know, a buy one,
let's
get
see.
5 free.
The beginning of DLC, obviously, as always.
Fine,
is
you're all
full
set up. Yeah. But I
the
wanted to
actions
pick
have to go.
Parky's game.
It's not like in the base game that they are.
When will Archie start?
courses are unlocked. Let's just
9,
have to go
10,
through. Baby,
10 and a
we
half
have time.
hours,
We haven't had
approximately.
that today.
Well, 10 and a half hours is when we're supposed to start. So, you know, add on an extra hour or two to actually get everything set up. Even though we think everything's set up.
The map.
Show us
the map
what
is
do
back.
they try to prep.
There we go. Oh, and that is also the wrong overlay.
Well,
Hold on.
Hmm.
Zoodle,
Damn it.
you talk.
All right, so we
He's
see
figuring things
Chemist
out.
right now. Doing the skip.
Like, I think Dom was more stressed with the tech issues than at all by, you know.
Star Chris, my bad. Is doing the skip. And he
By
got it.
Chemist.
Very, very nice. Sirius a little bit behind right now.
No shot Aggie's awake in 10.5 hours. Why not? If I, as the degenerate that I am, can be awake, surely he will be.
Yeah. And as you guys can see, both players now making their way to Fort of Reprimand to get that.
How did Chemist actually...
Altus access.
Oh, I guess Chemist is just ahead of Sirius because Sirius upgraded his weapon already and Chemist hasn't. Also, we just don't have Sirius's gameplay on this overlay. I was so stressed yesterday. There were so many problems during Dan vs. Parky. Yeah, it was Dan vs. Parky. Yeah. I mean, I think Chris did a great job of diffusing that and keeping it fun for the audience. So at least there was that, but
What the hell is Sirius?
it seems like maybe we'll have to change how the tech is set up. I don't know. That's up to Dom to figure out. I'll help him if he needs help with anything, but it's up to him. I don't want to just be the guy who's like, Dom, you should do this. Dom, you should do this. Dom, you should do this. You should change this around. You should make this different. So I'll let him figure it out. And if he needs any help with anything, I would love to. Oh, they're serious.
Skip the
Would love to help out if he has anything he needs help with.
That's scary because we
No mixed reaction to Sirius grabbing Blade of Mercy, Sag? Well, of course, because Chemist already grabbed it, and everyone knows whoever grabs Blade of Mercy first is the true speedrunner. So, I'm sorry, Sirius, but you've already lost this match.
And we're looking, yeah, I think...
This was really fun in the downtime, yeah.
I'm assuming they're both...
Chris and Dom on commentary is unhinged. They're both the same kind of weird. It was so much fun to watch. They're both like the same and at the same time opposite.
If Sirius here in a bit when he's gonna jump up.
The result is tails.
They're the same in how opposite they are.
Every player right now from Ringo Bros who's watching this, write that down.
It's really saved it for me. After that,
at the beginning and you think you're faster to get
change to ripping the streams from Twitch instead. Yeah, which is what he kind of just had to do.
Because later on you lose.
New tiebreaker idea: the one who grabbed Blade of Mercy the most. True.
Upgrade?
Oh, no, he's upgrading. Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Tails, it never fails.
All right, and yeah, let's see how this. What the hell happened?
What happened?
Yeah, how did that happen? Exactly.
What the heck?
Oh.
Us?
Oh. That being said, I wonder if Dom could maybe I guess I'll DM him. I assume he knows all the like OBS tricks, but just in case I don't know. Maybe he does, and it would be awkward to even send him a message. But
congratulations.
Maybe I will. He keeps having to like re-add stuff on different scenes, but it might help him to make a scene that is the player, and you resize it appropriately, and then every other scene references just that scene, so you only have to make the player's stuff fit one time in one scene, and everything else uses that scene as the input for it, so everything else gets automatically changed when you change the one scene that's referencing where it is. Pierre means stone in French. Oh. Pierre de Forge. Forge stone. That's similar enough to smithing stone. Could have a master scene. Yeah. That is what they do for OBS, or for, GDQ hotfix setups. They have us put our gameplay into one scene, and then every scene we go into auto-populates our gameplay into the right spots. I think that's how my cam set up, so I can change its shape across different scenes. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Both play. Oh no, he's getting this grace. Yeah, okay, that works. Never mind. That might be probably even better. Actually.
Holy shit, it's so hot in here.
Pierre is also a common name.
Dude, open that door.
So a
now
lot of people are
Chem
just
is
like named
upgrading
The Rock.
His executioner.
Just, what
We'll
up,
see if
Rock?
Sirius is
What
gonna
up,
rush
Stone?
right away for Hippo or not.
What up, Boulder?
Okay, so Sirius is
Honestly.
not going for Hippo. Might be going to.
Oh wait, he's going
It's a neat name.
Crucible Assassin, a Curseblade Assassin.
Did Chemist ever end up equipping Datakar's Woe this game? You know, I haven't kept track of his talismans.
Yeah.
I don't think I see it under his health bar. No, he has not equipped it right now.
Nope, just grabbing the
He's not
Skidoo and
doing
leaving.
it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Fair,
That
fair.
makes sense too.
Peter is Stone.
Question now.
Oh,
What
because
are we
Pierre
doing?
became Peter?
What are we doing here?
What are we? We casting Bingo Bros.
You think
Season
more
6
squares would dilute the
eventually,
effect of
first
differences of
day,
practice between
fourth
players and
match.
make the games more
Chemist
even?
vs. Sirius challenges.
More. What do you mean by more squares? You mean more total possible squares? Like, right now there are 90 squares in the DLC that it can pick from, making that up to like 150, which would be an absurd number, but like something like that. In which case, no, I think it would do the opposite, actually. It would make the games less even, because it would further benefit players that practice more because there are more squares to practice. A smaller number of squares is easier to practice and so keeps it more even between players. A larger number of squares is harder to practice, so players who practice more will be much more advantaged over players that practice less.
Yep. And you're so confused because we didn't get enough
Although-
packs today.
You do want a lot of squares for variety.
Because usually
But
that's what's happening, guys.
for variety,
5-pack
not
train.
for balance.
Can we get a little 5-pack train? I would like to see in 5 minutes.
DLC
at
Bingo
least
does need
5
more squares,
5-packs,
IMO.
please.
I agree. It could use a few more squares. Funny enough, it doesn't even need that many more squares. I would say it just needs to be above 100, and it's probably going to be okay-ish. Although, up to like 110 or 120 would be really nice. But it is hard to come up with new DLC squares.
Exactly. For every
It feels like we
5-pack,
already have like
just
so
little bit,
many
you know.
things covered.
Nah. It's all good. It's all good.
Ooh, interesting skip from Sirius. He just sent that.
Seems like Cam is not going for Hippo Boy here.
Variety for viewers is most important. I don't know about most important, but is important.
What's the plan? What's the plan?
The solution is simple. One by one bingo, there's one square, you better get it. Honestly, perfect. The one square. Kill the rolling giant lightning
You
ram.
got blow a finger, right? You got the helmet.
What are some DLC squares you would personally add? I don't know. If I had thought of any, I probably would have suggested them at some
It
point.
gives you access to Shadow Keep, which is also.
I mean, there
major.
are old ones that got deleted that I would maybe think about bringing back, but... Also more squares for different combinations of synergy. Things like Tom throwing attacks, Senesax can't happen this season. True. True. Because there's no throwing attack only.
And since both are doing it, both have basically the same chance to get Hippo just from the other side. That works too.
Yeah, it's really interesting that they're both.
Wasn't there something where the throwing attack Senesax shouldn't have counted for some reason, but it did because rule of cool or something?
Has the two-handed. Maybe he has the two-handed.
Or no, 8F did something. I don't recall.
Wait, do you not two-handed out of
As a viewer, we're totally the most important.
I mean, that's-
Yeah, champ.
Never two-handed.
Yeah,
he's one
you're
of them.
totally the
Oh, yeah,
most
yeah,
important.
That's a left-hand thing, yeah.
He never changed his flasks.
What about just random tasks that didn't need to be practiced, like acquire 2 larval tiers? That was a square. I think it was 3 to 5 larval tiers.
Currently ahead on back.
And we got rid of it because it was a rush square, and all rush squares had to go, pretty much. Also, interesting... I haven't even looked at the board yet, this game. I literally... This is my first time looking at it right now. Interesting that both of them are going backside when Golden Hippo is on the board. Very interesting. Now, what do they get from the backside? Why are they going backside? Let me take a little scan. Let's count up the backside things here and determine if this was a good call. So there's a Kindred cookbook back here, but maybe not the reason to. Blow a Finger is backside for sure. Skidoo Tree Avatar is backside for sure. Ashes of War, we saw Sirius get on the way to the backside. Spirit Ashes, I don't know if I would really count that. Death Mask Helms. And 2 max upgrade materials. So there are... A decent number? This doesn't feel like a definite backside game, though. I like going to the backside of Shadowkeep most times, especially if there's just stuff in Shadowkeep or beyond it. But even I would probably have considered going frontside in this particular game. You might have to go frontside and backside, but Golden Hippo is like a fast square that you can do from the front side. That's just not that bad to do. Also gets you most of the runes towards Mog if you use a gold horn tender on it. Then you just need one other big kill and you can actually get both. Interesting though. I wonder what they're going for here.
I think
Is the throwing attack square removed? Yes, because you cannot guarantee a throwing weapon because the weapons are randomized.
Could be. I saw him hover over it.
Well, Nippo and Letterrune is a nice incentive to go through the front. I agree. And yet,
that should be a square for DLC.
Neither of them are.
Killer
Interesting.
with Dedica.
It was a game between Adef and Domo for Ludwig's event where Adef used the shield on dueling drakes. Oh, it was on dueling drakes, yeah. Which, come on, that should still count. That should still count. That should still count.
Yeah, backside section, guys. A lot of prepping.
Lot of prep. This is sometimes how DLC goes.
This Sword of Light and Darkness, that was such a neat square. Yeah, that was a neat square. I agree. Yippee!
That's true. It really is like that, yeah.
Especially because you go backside. What?
I just said, like, depends sometimes on the board. I mean, definitely the players could just go for the Curse Blades now, right? There's rolling.
Yeah, Curse Blades is a possible rush.
Yeah,
I'd rather have Golden Hippo than Curse Blades, but Curse Blades is possible. Put Florisax to sleep is a solid one to go for at a relatively early time. Although, like, what is South? Nothing, 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 nothing. NPC bosses. Rolling Giant Lightning Ram, you can get there faster, but it is definitely not necessary. Man, this is just not a South game. So weird.
Yeah.
There's just nothing South.
Just to get the,
I mean, aside from obviously put Florisax to sleep, there's nothing else. Because Florisax to sleep normally is like a pretty solid rush, but you just, you wouldn't do it on this board at all.
10 Glovewort.
Did Chemist pick that up?
Maybe it's as simple as back can go front easily, but front can't go back.
Okay.
Yes, that's true. I mean, I guess they could do... They could go down the elevator and kill Hippo from Shadowkeep.
I was always
but
because
feels strange if so. Okay, Sirius is going for the 2 max upgrade materials first. I think that's solid. I think that's solid. Chemist just draining the water. Draining the water gets you to Deathmask, Helms, and Skadutri Avatar, but both of those are very late squares. Would I drain the water on the way through?
And, there's drain of water.
Honestly, maybe, just because there's no obvious rush. And if there's no rush, it's fine to set things up. But
kills the guy right away for the helmet, or just
if there is any rush, I do not think you want to drain the water just for Deathmask, Helms, and Skadutri Avatar.
Jump across and grab all the money.
I think so too, yeah, that would make sense.
Oh. Yeah,
Or
nice
Sax?
patience there, actually. Just waiting for
Animal control square detected? I don't know what that means. Is that like a reference to something?
Nice, very nice.
Lamenter. Oh, is Lamenter on the board? Oh, Lamenter's on the board. My eyes glaze over Lamenter. That's another one I don't see. You're right. Florisax to sleep and then eventually Lamenter. But Rakshasa is not Southern Coast. Rakshasa, yeah, is in Shadowkeep.
Sirius, go up this tower
And you
here,
can
because
absolutely
there's a
get there from the backside or from the front
It's gonna be
side.
25,
Either
I
way.
should say.
Ask Blanks if the kick crossbow still counted for bow only, and he said it didn't. I checked the rules and there's no rule on it though. I think he's just guessing. I think we're all just guessing. I think Dom would be the person who would have to say. But I don't see why it wouldn't.
There it is.
It is the Ash of War of the bow.
Cool.
So,
all right, let's see if he's gonna go for Hippo now or
putting Florisax to sleep, putting her down.
else.
Oh, I see.
Chemist has a huge
Gotcha,
advantage right
yeah.
now on backside too.
I see.
And it looks like, okay, so Sirius might be
I did not get
grabbing
that.
Savage Lion's Claw here,
Mm-hmm.
while we might have a Hippo here from Chemists. Because I feel like Chemist doesn't understand what this means, the 2 different max upgrades, like what that tells you kind of as a player if another player marks that.
Yeah.
It's like,
Because, yeah, the 2 max upgrades is pretty much always going to mean the tower and the backside if it's done this early.
Series was also backside.
Correct.
Is ADF around at all for this event? No, he is busy.
Skadoo Avatar?
That would be ballsy.
Because we're back here already.
Or at least I think he's busy.
Oh my
I know he obviously was busy for the GDQ event that just happened, but
Where's the Screwdriver?
as far as I know, he is, yeah, not going to be involved in the event in any way.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully he'll show up to the finals, though. I mean,
Maybe he's just prepping it.
he lives in LA, and the finals are in Long Beach, which is basically LA.
True.
So
True, more money, just more free money.
Yep.
ADF is a busy dude for sure, for sure.
Nice face.
Did you watch his Bellatra run for GDQ? I watched it live, and it was the greatest GDQ run of the last 5 years. It was so good.
Yeah. Me too, man. Look at my eyes.
ADF's Bellatra run is one for the ages.
It was a meme. It was a meme.
Coming in.
It was a meme. It was a meme. It was a meme.
GDQ run was so sick. Yeah.
It was not a meme. It was not a meme.
It was a meme. It was a meme.
Was not a meme. Was not a meme.
I promise. I
Please
promise.
do
I
it.
promise.
Okay, serious. Nice. Getting the Ash of War from the Scarab.
DLC Ashes of War
That's the 3rd one, because you already got Savage Lion's Claw.
Serious.
Makes perfect sense.
Very nice.
Yeah, that is one thing about DLC Ashes of War. It's a good one to go for early because it gets you Savage Lion's Claw, which you want to get anyway. So getting only 2 more after that doesn't take too long.
Bring them all in. Bring them all in. Very nice. Good job, guys.
This Bellatra run instantly
There
went
it is.
into your all-time
Extra money.
GDQ
He's
Classics
not gonna
list.
fight this right
That run was pure cinema. Heck yeah.
Tell me. Is he that confident?
Also, super random thought I just had, but I'm just gonna voice it anyway because I don't know. I'm in a talking mood. At some point, you know how I tested like power stancing and I tested all the different infusions. At some point, I want to redo testing infusions, but I want to do it with an official bingo match. I want to go someone's exact route they took in a real bingo game of the DLC, the exact levels they had at every single boss, and test out the difference between going Frost Infusion and going Heavy Infusion with Greases for how many hits different the fights are, and determine whether Greases objectively are worth it. So in other words, like, let's say that the fights with Greases save you on average 2 hits per fight, but then you have to warp back and buy the Greases and warp back, then it wouldn't be worth it. But if they save you like 10 hits a fight, that's probably enough that it's like, okay, the time spent to warp back, buy more Greases, warp back is probably worth it, as long as you only buy Greases every, few fights.
Okay.
For science.
You just prepped it.
I mean, it's a good prep. Honestly, I kind of don't actually mind the prep for that because it is a lot of
And if I
money.
use
8,000?
someone's
Yeah,
actual
Killing anything?
true bingo game that they did, then it's
Very worth.
random, but it's unbiased by
mean,
me
technically,
going,
you could've also
oh,
just
I
got
think
that
players would
bingo.
probably
you
use
have
this
enough
talisman.
money,
I think
that's
players would
why.
probably
People
have this many
17.
levels. It's just like, what did someone actually have in a real match?
Like you go and reprimand
Nerd.
the America
Yep.
thing, and then you get the Spur Dash.
I love nerding out on it and figuring out all that stuff.
You know. And yeah, Sirius now fighting the Curse Blades.
Is there a way to obtain the seed number for that purpose? Yes.
Where are they? Well,
The
there's
seeds
one here
are
right
in
where
the
we are.
Discord so that the
let's go to
players
the-
can pop in the seed and do it.
If we
wanna
look
show
at
them
the
the map?
map,
But I wouldn't even need their seed. I could just use a cheat program to cheat in all their stuff. I could cheat in their exact build anyway.
Where are they, Doma? Where's
So,
the Curse Blades?
doesn't really matter either way.
Where's the map? Where is Sirius? Where'd he go?
Chemist double upgraded his
There he
weapon
is.
instead of his seal. Money lost. It's
That's
not
here.
that much
I see.
money unless he fully upgraded it.
I found
All right.
Curse.
Let me see how he did it because I missed out on that. So he went...
Very worth, right?
I mean, technically, you could have also-
Oh, all the way to
get that
17 he did his
Oh, he didn't have
weapon?
enough-
Oh, which is why he didn't have enough money to fully upgrade it? Oh, that is pretty bad.
Money, that's why. He was only at plus 17 when he first upgraded.
Yeah, but like you could
Wait, and then he
just do that
upgraded
in
his
Weapon
weapons
App.
some more? Wait, what? Then why did he even drop the
3,000?
seal?
80
Without
Ks.
killing anything?
That's a lot.
What the heck?
Very worth.
Why, yeah, the one... Okay, he just got
I mean,
confused
technically,
then.
you could in
Oh,
Weapon App,
that's...
but here, right where we are.
Yeah, that's not great.
That's probably the
If we
wanna
look
show
at
them
the
the map?
map,
The
map
map?
is here. I
Where's the
see
map?
it.
there it is. I found
All
it.
right.
Curse blades. We have 2 where Sirius is at.
Yep,
We have 2 there. We also have 1 at the very beginning of the game.
yep.
We also have 1 actually on the way to Egon in the forest here.
Yep.
We also have 1 in the Bellerot area, right
Over
before
by Dancing Lion?
We have actually 1 as well. Actually, 1 that no one goes for. It's
No
very,
one.
very niche. Church with the Oathseeker armor set. There is 1 curse blade hanging.
I
out
forgot
in the
about that
shadows.
one.
So there's
Yeah.
really quite a few options here. There's a couple more.
Everybody goes for Morth Ruins and the one at the start, though.
The ones that players go for all the time.
Especially the one near
Learning.
Viola is pretty is a good one, but it seems like Sirius is gonna go for the very early one here.
Yeah, and
To be
Chaos
fair to
is
both
great.
players, it was getting late in Europe at the time it was happening. Yeah.
Nice.
What time was
Yeah, I
it
think that's a
in
good
Europe? With this
think
being
Hippo
the
into ladder is a good
second
pick,
game of the day.
Honestly.
Thank you,
I love
So
it.
probably the European players should always go first in the day, so it's not as late for them. And the Australian players should always go second in the day if possible. I mean, there's going to be an overlap where an Australian plays a European player, but 11 p.m. start of first game. Okay, I mean, that wouldn't be too late for me, but for them, yeah.
Guys, appreciate the 5 pack.
Oh, you need to turn this off. Sirius.
Oh.
Look in OBS.
Sorry, thank you.
The double
don't get
serious
stumped
again.
Here. No, looking good.
I thought you were baiting me into something.
Nope. This time honest.
So yeah, we're gonna have
that
Hippo
should
here from Chemist, and this should be a pretty solid Hippo. And he's ready. He's set up for Skadootra Avatar. Yeah, honestly, you know, it'd be kind of sick.
That would
And
be
I
kind of
have
sick, Dom.
Immense respect for is
What
if you
if
just
it-
call him 3.
Was this yesterday's matches? This was 2 days ago's matches. This was day 1. This was Friday's matches that I just have not gotten a chance to look all the way through yet. Are they all full-time streamers, or do they have 9 to 5 jobs besides streaming? Depends on the player. A lot of players are full-time streamers. Chemist is a full-time streamer. I'm, like, pretty positive. Sirius, I believe, has a 9 to 5. Gray, I know, has a 9 to 5. I don't know for everyone. I don't know for everyone.
Avatar. Bang, bang, bang.
But there are some of each.
Damn.
Curse blade.
That's good blocks right now. for
Dan played his
Sirius.
match 3 in the morning.
Sirius has
Oh,
3 columns
oh.
and 3 rows.
That's
already
pretty
blocked,
rough.
so he's already moving his way into majority here.
Only got to tune in today, so I still have to rewatch. Yeah, that's what we're doing
Really
as well.
nice picks for sure.
Twisty based. Full-time scientist and went to work
Is
after her
Sirius now-
games.
what is he gonna go
Wow.
for next?
That is
Dreadnought
based.
For NPC bosses? You have NPC bosses on the board?
No
You do.
armor for him is kind of crazy.
Okay, Chemist finally going for Hippo. I do like this. This is a good first square. I mean, it's very, very late to finally be upgraded on your weapon and go for your first kill.
How's
But
the damage?
I do like the idea of go for
But, hey,
Hippo.
compared to what we had earlier with the chicken leg,
Yeah. But that was also
That
way more
wasn't
skidoo
fair.
as well, right?
Yeah.
that's true, yeah.
Yes, I think so.
Chicken leg broken.
Maybe a little bit, you know, like
It's only rough if you have a good sleeping schedule. Yeah, just have a
I wonder
bad
how often
sleeping
he's fought
schedule.
Hippo,
Then it's
'cause
easy.
Hippo is definitely, I feel like, should be a boss that he's done quite often.
oh yeah,
For
for
his-
Yeah, yeah. Chemist does Hippo and 2 gods. It's oh, he did miss there
He's
though.
gotta be really careful here with these needles.
He's got to be careful.
Oh, nice,
Nice
dodges.
dodging.
Wow, he didn't get
Ooh,
hit a
nice.
single time.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay, okay. Very unlucky
Alright,
Hippo
yeah,
so
good
far,
movement
and
here.
I felt like that was a very early transition as
Very good
well.
movement here from Chemist. Ancient Dragon Man here for Sirius.
How is he not getting hit?
All right.
Now Not a stagger just yet. One more charge.
Yeah, very, very solid play on this fight for sure so far. A certified hippo enjoyer? Wait. Not just hippo specialist. Hippo enjoyer?
And Serious
Those
Eyes
exist?
Dragon, first NPC boss. Oh, gets blasted.
Ooh, okay. Only gets hit by a little bit of the needles there. That was actually pretty nice. He went left there. Obviously, I always see people go right, but he went left and only got hit by one needle.
So much.
Oh my days, you gotta be careful.
And remembers the patterns of the needle falling down.
I would believe it. I would believe it 100%.
And imagine waking up and then going right into bingo. That does seem tough.
1-1-1.
Jumping R2. Yeah.
Nice. Sirius actually doing the Ancient Dragon Man, which we said was not particularly interesting this match, but he's going for it.
Let's go.
Huge. On the board, blocks the row 5. Gonna activate the column 3 here.
Does set him up for a potential Lamenter. He could. Oh, you know what he could do? You know what he could do with this? Diagonal is very south. Like, it's not. It's like these 3 squares that are south. Like, it's like nothing. But these 3 squares are along the diagonal that Sirius already has one in. So if he goes like Florisax to sleep, then immediately, let's say, for example, Divine Bird Warriors, Rolling Giant, Lightning Ram, then Lamenter.
He's pondering his board.
That's a strong diagonal potential. Oh, that's a lie. There are no hippo enjoyers. True.
Okay.
Knew someone IRL who liked hippo and specifically complained when they fixed the broken hitbox on his grab attack. That, you know, that tracks. If somebody unironically likes hippo, there's just no way that they like good hitboxes. So, of course it would make sense that they would want the hitbox to be broken. It tracks. It's like a 1-to-1.
Was there not something? Oh yeah, Lamenter, right? Complete 2 jowls and jowls.
Chemist is scary on the stuff he knows. Chow was mind blown by his lines in some areas as well. Yeah, I mean that's the speedrunner stuff. That's
Lower finger, right?
He already has backside, so going this way seems kind of useless. I'm not sure why he's going
little buffering
this way specifically right now. Maybe just to go downstairs.
Lamenter is also a jail along the other diagonal.
Yeah, I think.
Sirius's stream's gonna allow you to make it there.
Or did he?
A thought occurs. Dom has somehow on his delay or on his overlay has a delay between the gameplay and the camera, which shouldn't happen in OBS because Sirius's stream includes both of these together on his screen. I mean, same with all competitors. But you'll see that like the lag starts and stops at different times
also running up from
on the 2. So he's doing multiple different captures of the stream. Yeah, there's definitely a better way for him to set this up. There's definitely I'm gonna message him. He definitely can't have set this up in the most optimal way. There's definitely a better way to do this. I'm gonna well, I'm not gonna demonstrate it right now because that would take work and I don't want to do work. But, like, I basically have this set up where my camera is just a scene so that you can, you know, flip it and whatever. And oh, no, actually, sorry, it's this one because it's slightly squished in from the sides. This one. So if somebody right now redeems flip camera, which I can do. Woo! And at the same time redeems zoom camera. You know. And it gets a little messed up because it tries to do both. It just happens on this scene. That's all it does, is it affects this scene. And then when I go back to my other source, that's all it does is it's just capturing the scene right here so that anything that happens instantaneously happens to this. If Dom did the same thing where he had the one scene that's capturing their stuff, and then he took that scene and he put it into the places, it should be a lot easier to update. The lag starts in the center of the screen and moves outward. That's just physics. Ah, of course.
Running up from
Speedrunning experience doesn't carry you through things that aren't in the speedruns, as we'll see later. Yep.
Okay.
You're only good at the things that you have practiced and that's
Katana
how it
check.
works.
Shasa's great katana. Wow, from Ancient Dragon.
You also doing Bingus React content right now?
Dude, and the other
We've all
NPCs
got to
is gonna
react to the
weed cut them to
Bingus.
death.
That's a big one.
Yeah. Acquire letter runes still there.
Because that would take work, and I don't want to
I'm
do
not
work.
sure
I'm
why Cass
stealing
is
that
going
one.
down
Yeah,
there
feel
now
free to
right
steal
now.
that one.
Definitely just full force acquire letters. Rune.
He's grabbing a painting here. Is paintings on the board? No, but maybe he's just grabbing that just in case.
I'm kind of waiting out to
But we
see.
do have Rakshasa and Jory, but like it's.
I do think if you're ever completely unsure whether you should or should not do something,
NPC boss.
he's watching the cutscene.
Yeah.
Hydrate.
He's watching. Here for the hydrate.
Hunter is also an NPC boss.
Yep.
He was watching the cutscene.
Also, series could like really.
We'll be watching
quick
Sweat
from
vs.
here
Twisty.
get to
Yes,
the
I will
Rogan
watch. Well, probably not
Lightning
tonight because
Ram.
we got Archipelago in the morning, so I do want to. I do want to go to bed relatively early tonight, but eventually, yes,
Quickly, anyways.
over the next few days. Tomorrow probably will be the Archipelago, and then if it ends early, I'm just gonna keep reviewing Bingo after. We'll just do like a really long stream, and then the day after that, we'll hopefully finish up reviewing any of the matches we didn't get to.
The town. That would be a huge pickup.
It's a good cutscene. What's the problem? What? Yeah, what's the problem?
So I don't know. They're both kind of playing good. Obviously, Sirius currently has 3 squares to Chemist's 1, but I think they both have pretty. Ooh.
Oh, the fire.
Yeah, the only.
Chemist is fine.
Okay.
I didn't know. That.
If it ends early, as if
he's
an
going
archipelago
for
has
the
ever
skip
ended
right down
early.
here. Oh,
Well,
he
by
missed it.
early, I just
He's
mean,
grabbing the Skidoo fragment down
you
here,
know,
which I don't see anybody grab because. the
let's
skip
say,
is
for
only
example,
one.
at like midnight.
Yeah, it is one.
That would already
The
be
thing is with
15
Sirius is
hours of
the only
Archipelago.
squares ahead, he's also now ahead
But I don't
with
go
the
to bed at
progression,
midnight,
right?
so
Because he has the south.
I can
and
keep
the
going
north
after
shadows.
that.
So is Chemist, kind of. I don't know. I don't think Chemist.
he was
is
getting the
slow.
most random grace. No, because he's doing this skip. This skip makes perfect sense to get that grace for. Because you
but like,
grab
I mean,
that grace because this skip is a little dangerous. That's exactly the same grace I grabbed in All Bosses 4 players, actually. I grabbed exactly that
also
grace,
in-
I did exactly this skip,
you know,
and then I grabbed this
in
skidoo.
Shadow Keep,
This is actually
and
very
has
smart of
now-
Chemist. Because also from here, you can go directly to Rakshasa, and you can just kill him. Right there. Then after that, the only problem with doing this way is after that, you either have to do the skip from Rakshasa down to the hippos so that you can grab the Jory catacomb, which is fast, but then you have to ride the elevator back up after Jory, or you have to warp back to the Grace in order to go the other way to get the Grace later as you want to go to Jory. So it's a little unfortunate for later, but it's really smart right now. This is the fastest way to get to Rakshasa by far, and gets you a skidoo.
Progression-wise.
Sure.
So very, very actually nice play for right now from Chemist.
Okay. Wait, do we have ulcerated on the board now?
Every 5
Okay.
seconds of a cutscene watched during a match is a
Seems
5-minute
like,
aura
Cass
buff.
is gonna
True.
go for the lightning ram and maybe
Whole week of
Series
Mitch
2 with a
reviews,
little
Christmas
bit of a
coming early.
lightning
Heck yeah.
rams race.
If you could make a dingo square, a bingo square for DLC, what would you make unless they all exist? I can't think of any off the top of my head, so
Where is he?
I don't know. I don't know. All the big stuff is definitely already covered.
Where the hell is he?
Like, is there any boss that is not covered in the bingo square set in the entirety of the DLC? You guys think of any? I mean, not that every square should be just kill a boss, but, you know, those are kind of the obvious ones to think about. And, like, outside of that, it feels like most things are pretty well done. I would bring back larval tiers. I would just probably make it, like, a higher number of larval tiers than it used to be. But I would bring back some larval tiers.
Huh.
I do feel like larval
was
tiers has
fine.
nice
He was on
synergy
a
with a lot
lower
of places.
area, so, like, he
Mikula
would-
crosses? Nope. Mikula crosses stay gone. Well, unless if it was like an absurdly high number of Mikula crosses, maybe not absurdly high, but it was like, let's say like 8 Mikula crosses. I don't even know how many are in the DLC. I might bring it back. Basically, if it was like synergy with PK, like you had to go towards PK to get the one or something like that, or at least that was a reasonable one, I think it could work. but I would not have the normal number of... Oh, yeah, you just grab the Mikola crosses along the way at the start, and you just win a free square for doing the map you were going to do anyway.
But you can't. I think it was too far.
If I brought it back, it would be with a very high number of crosses.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
and
God,
Sirius did not get the skip.
This rolling coast here dies to it.
Altus Ghost Flame Dragon specifically, not that that should be required. Oh God, please no. Oh, please no. Altus Ghost Flame Dragon is the only boss in the DLC that will probably never be killed in a match. Yeah.
Nothing super crazy.
For good reason. Hate that one.
Happens.
A little bit of a oopsie poopsie, if you will.
I think Sekiro Bingo should also
just
have
realized
that
big
nifty
ass
map that
fan
shows players in
on
real time.
Sirius,
Yeah.
Literally blowing right next to him.
It is
That would be harder to implement. Somebody would have to do it. Oh, Sirius did not
Slid
get the skip again.
Yep, that is the worst for
Rolana
Camus.
is still a square, yeah.
Does he then port
Euphoria replacement. Also, don't think Dancer in itself is a square, unlike
Oh, he's going
Rakshasa.
for the-
That's true, but Nameless
He's gonna get the
Mausoleums
Stallion
is a
here?
square. I don't know that I find Dancer that interesting to give her own square, but
Very
I guess I
nice.
could see it.
I don't know what Camus is going for.
Oh,
here.
didn't we also got rid of, there was the item that was next to Dancer, the perfumed oil of Rana.
Honestly, I don't know what he's looking for. I think he's looking for Rakshasa's catacomb,
That-
but it's down below.
That could also come back. I feel like that was a
Yeah.
fine enough square.
That must be. Yeah,
It was
he finds
something
he's trying to
mildly
find a way down
interesting.
there. Ah, okay, he's going down here. Okay. Fair.
Gravestones was
Kill a
definitely
boss
fast,
perfume
but
only.
this
Nope,
is
that
like
one
a
can stay
secondary.
gone. That one can stay gone for
Rakshasa
sure.
with
That
no
was
armor is
just annoying.
gonna be something.
Great katana check as well.
Yeah.
We'll see what
Kill
he's
a
gonna get.
boss,
It would be
round
fun if he
rocks
gets the
only.
Dragon
Bro,
Oh,
katana.
I hope-
if he
sorry.
does this no armor, man.
Round
I would
rocks
totally be
only.
impressed. 100%. Serious
That
going for the
That would be
step
fun.
right now.
Oh, Sirius almost just completely died. Holy.
Holy shit.
Hi to
he is
myself
still
for when I
heavy rolling.
rewatch on YouTube. Hi.
Does he not realize that he's heavy rolling?
How about
got
kill
it.
Magnus Beastclaw? Well, that's in the base game,
that's it.
so
Oh,
it is a
that's
square.
refreshing.
It might be, yeah. He got the lightning weapon.
That
middle
that is a
That's
square in the
good
base game.
pick for Sirius. That's a really good pick.
Oh, Chemist getting weed cuttered.
4 to 1
Classic
right now.
weed cutter. Especially as a newer player, I would definitely not recommend Chemist to do the DLC naked.
Thank
This
you.
seems to be making it a lot harder on himself.
And back now.
When's my schedule to host? I did this weekend. I
Is he
don't know
gonna
when
go-
next. I would expect that this next
our first
weekend is
episode
going to
of
be
Shasta, by the way.
3 new
be a
players,
nice
or
walk on
not
that
players,
road.
3
Yeah,
new
it is a nice
commentators that
walk.
haven't commentated yet.
Yeah, it really-
But
it
hopefully the
really
week
good.
after
Oh,
that,
he's quitting out. Okay,
we
he's
get a
realizing
bit
Rakshasa
more.
might just be too ridiculous to go for right now.
Kill Dancer without her backstepping. Okay, the squares are supposed to be possible here. Why don't we have kill-friendly
Let's see who's
NPCs in the
gonna go
DLC?
for
Because you
Letter
can't
Rune or
just
not.
hit
It's
them and
still-
kill
yeah,
them.
it's-
You have to do like weird invasion stuff for them, and even if you do the weird invasion stuff, like it doesn't. They're not like dead,
quite
dead.
fast
They're
to
just
get,
like
right?
kind of dead.
Is he going for
Sometimes they're dead, but not all the times that you invade them are they dead. So I don't know.
Jory is not like the worst idea to do so early because Midra is on the board, but also because like it's a pretty easy.
Is Demi-Human
fight to
worth
get a
killing
lot
for
of
killing
money for.
base game boss in the DLC? I mean,
Yeah, it just
seems to
takes
me
long,
that
right?
Tree Sentinel and Falling Star Beast is the best combo.
Like, to get there.
I would say that, yes, that's the best combo because it's 2 in the same area. But if there is, let's say, for example, Deathrite Bird. Deathrite Bird is also a base game boss in the DLC. So you could do Deathrite Bird, then down to Mariga for your 2. So that's also a really good combo.
Dare
So
do it.
I would
Catacomb on the
say
board too? No,
that
it's
there are
Jory.
2 good combos.
Yeah.
Falling Star Beast
Yeah.
and Tree Sentinel, or Deathrite Bird and
He's not the
Mariga.
best play to do right now.
Early Jory. Holy.
Ashes to the
Giga
right.
Chad.
Oh my.
Oh.
Wait, did he not?
Oh.
He just skipped. Wait. Hold
Get
on.
there.
What did he do? Because he was fighting Rakshasa.
There's our first death to Rakshasa, by the way.
And then what did he
Block
do?
On that row 3, man, that is a nice block.
Yeah,
He grabs his
really, really,
runes,
really good.
200,000, and he
Okay,
just
he's realizing that Rakshasa might just be too ridiculous.
he just leaves. Okay. I mean, I guess Rakshasa is a tilter. But he went the way, he specifically went the way down where you get to Rakshasa and it's harder to get to Jory from, kind of. I mean, unless you know the
What
skip.
if Sirius is gonna go for?
Yeah, and then he just has to warp
If
back.
it's
That's
still there, and it's quite fast one to get, right?
that's pretty bad then. Yeah, that's not great for him.
Honestly, I mean,
No.
Jory is not like the worst idea.
I mean, I guess if he is just gonna go for, I don't know. If he's going to go for Jory, you can still go from Rakshasa. You can go around to the gravestone still, which would be faster than this, but...
Because Midra is on the board, but also because, like...
Wait, he has the grace? Wait. Why does he have the downstream grace? When did he get that? Didn't he do the skip?
Yeah, I think
I don't know what he's looking for. Oh.
he's
Could
going for
be-
the fair.
Wait.
And you want to get
So, like...
Wait, where is he?
What? He did the skip.
Katanch?
He's down by Rakshasa, who is who he wants to go to.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out...
Wait, where is he?
He tries to go back up, which isn't possible.
Where the hell is he?
And he warps back and then just goes the normal way. Okay. Well, this makes pivoting out of Rakshasa make a little more sense. But also is just a gigantic waste of time in getting to Rakshasa.
No armor, man. Color me impressed.
Got lost and goes back. Yeah.
There.
Not like the...
It just takes long, right?
Okay. Well, yeah,
Like, to
that's
get there and do
a
it.
bit awkward. He definitely did not practice that routing.
Yeah.
That is definitely not the way you want to go.
Okay. I mean, this is not the best play to do right now.
Chemist isn't new, right? Just hasn't played
And
bingo.
flashes
Correct.
to the
He
right.
is a very, very experienced speedrunner, but he is like
that
a
might be maybe a
speedrunner
skip, I
of
don't
like
know
the
about.
any percent route, at least recently, for
cool for a
the
second.
DLC, so going straight to consort. So all of this that is not on the way to
Drink some
consort
water.
is not
See if he's
in
gonna
his
kill the
speciality. He's new to
guy from the
bingo,
right away. Probably
where all
not.
of these routes
just
are
gonna
bingo
go-
routes.
Probably.
Yeah.
He did also do, there was a dist bounty that he did for a while that,
Goes for, you know, I don't know, maybe he goes for the
that
hat.
does kill Midra, but
Okay, grab it.
that bounty was a glitched bounty. So you got to skip all of this and literally just like fall on top of Midra's house and then go out of bounds and kill him from out of
Sorry,
bounds.
Early
So
Jory here potentially.
this
for Chemist,
particular
like,
route is
28
not one
minutes.
Chemist has done a lot.
That's really interesting.
What's a disc bounty? Distortion 2 is a speedrunner, streamer, well-known person, and he put out a bounty. I think it was for $1,000 or maybe it was even more than that. I don't recall.
So, yeah. It really looks like
For
right
doing
now
all
that
of the
none of
DLC
players have
remembrance
any
bosses
line.
at level 1.
I mean,
faster
yeah,
than
not
anyone
mine,
else.
that's- Sirius has the diagonal and row 3.
10,000. I was gonna say 10,000, but I was like, I don't want to say 10,000 if it was only 1,000, and then he looks like a cheapskate. But I was like, I think it was 10,000. 1,000 to find a biscuit.
but-
Yeah.
For both of those lines, Chemist technically has a response.
The source is one of the goats of speedrunning. He is absolutely.
Or does he? Does it, maybe it's
We
just
got a prize in it, right?
I'm sure he does, right?
If I did, it was small.
No, I don't
I got like
Yeah, no, he
8th
does, he
place
does.
or
It's
something.
just
It was
very
not
no,
particularly
never mind.
a great bounty for me.
Nope.
I do not recall. I remember we tried. I remember being disappointed with my final results, but oh, and Chemist also does not know the skips in the Jory Catacomb. Yep, this is very slow. That's not the correct way to go.
The thing
Oh,
is, I don't
boy.
even know
Oh,
where
boy.
The fuck he is. Because even in my first
Then he did
playthrough,
1,000 for the
I
Anvil Hammer route. Right, which Chemist... I think Chemist really competed in the Anvil Hammer route.
Where is he?
Okay,
he
wait.
Found it. Did
He found it?
Yeah, he did. It's just
He found it, he found it. There we go.
He's good,
Ass
he's good, he's good.
backwards way, but he found it. Yep, down that way. Okay.
Very nice.
It says some
Hey,
speedrunner
guys,
muscle memory
that's the first
things
part.
in the first match.
I love when I was like,
Was
nah, he
rewarping to
has it.
Graces to save
Oh,
IGT. Yeah. I mean, that's also what happened to me in Season 1. I had a bunch of speedrunner muscle memory, because I also didn't practice that much. Not quite to this extent, but I accidentally quit out on Godric, which is not allowed, because you do that in speedruns. And so I lost a match to Josh that I should have won, because I accidentally quit out on Godric, which does not even save real time. Fun fact. It was actually slower in real time. It lost me time and was against the rules, so I lost a square. So it was
So funny.
it was not great.
Yeah, and Sears now going for acquire.
Then you do Radon stake skip also. Well, that was when I forfeited a match. I didn't accidentally do Radon stake skip. I on purpose did Radon stake skip when I was forfeiting a match, so that's a little different. Oh, Chemist missed the ladder skip as well.
What the fuck?
I still don't know why we can't do that.
Jump for the ladder.
I actually do think it makes sense, sort of. Well, if we can show that it's always slower real time, then I think it should be allowed, and nobody should do it anyway. But if it was determined to be faster real time if you did it properly, because I didn't do it properly in mine, then the problem with allowing you to quit out for Godric is it introduces 2 more loads, which is 2 more variants of if this player loads faster, you know, they gain time versus this player loading slower, they lose time. And you do want to minimize that if possible.
He's going for the older skip, so like now what you can do, right, is you do an air punch and you try and have your foot tag onto
But
the stone
if nobody would do it anyway,
and
then
it'll
allowing it I
stop
think
for a
would be
second and
fine.
reset your character model. He's trying to land on the ladder.
I feel this season's format is failing compared to previous ones, unfortunately. I'm really rooting for Domo and Bingo, but there are 3 non-players this season, and that leads to bad content. I don't think there are 3 non-players this season.
It's actually hard.
I think
but-
there is
Yeah, there you go.
one person who has not practiced,
But then you take the ladder as well. Okay.
but is also very good, and if he practices, could be really good.
Climbing back up.
And I
climbing
think
back
everyone else is a threat and a competitor.
Wait, why are we
Why is he climbing the ladder?
Where's he going? He wants the armor set.
Oh, the
Yeah,
arm.
probably.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Fair.
Get
He
your
wants the armor
skills.
set.
Yeah, get
Nice.
yourself some put down
I
armor.
do like getting the armor set. I mean, he should have
cool
just bought the
armor
knight
set.
armor at the start, but this works.
And there is.
It's been 1 week too. Yeah, it's been 1 week.
Almost 5th square 5 to.
It's been 1 week, and in my opinion, one of the
Let's see
favorites.
how this fight's gonna go.
Actually, several people that I would maybe put as favorites.
Frost now on their Savage Lions
Did
farm,
not
but
win a
very-
game, but that does not
not
mean
saying
that
it.
I don't think that they will
Let's
win
be
games or are
cautious.
not favorites still.
About not dying to ladder.
Who's the person who hasn't practiced? Chemist. And we're not.
Okay.
We're in no way like dunking on him, but it is just, you know, it is factual that he has not really practiced. You could ask him on his stream and he'll tell you he doesn't enjoy bingo, so he doesn't want to practice it because he doesn't enjoy it. And I think that's entirely a fair. That's entirely fair and unfortunate for everyone. It's unfortunate for him.
5-1.
Obviously, he doesn't want to be stuck in a competition where he doesn't enjoy it and doesn't want to practice it and isn't going to win, probably, unless he does suddenly practice. It's unfortunate for, you know, for viewers. It's unfortunate for commentators. It's unfortunate for Domo. But
5-1. But dude, this Jory block.
it's an unfortunate situation born out of everyone trying to do the right thing. He wanted to try it out, wanted to like it, wanted to give it his best, and just ended up really, really not liking it. So
He has one NPC boss.
Obviously, I'll be honest, I've never looked up before, but that was a gorgeous view.
it is unfortunate, but it's not as though we should be like, Chemist is a villain and evil for signing up for this. It's like, yeah, it sucks for him too. You know? Did he say he wasn't going to practice? No, he fully intended to practice until he tried practicing and did not like it.
Okay.
There we go.
And teleport? Yep. He's got to know... Does he not know how to deal with the teleports?
What are the matches based on opponent-wise? Is it random? So there are 2 groups
I would
of
just
6
accept
players
until
per.
death.
I don't think he
And
understands.
every person is going to play every single other person in their group. So everyone's going to play 5 total matchups, 2 games each, so 10 total games that each player is going to play.
Stop R1 punishing.
And you play against everyone else in your group, and then the top two in the group go to the winners bracket. The the middle two in the group go to the losers bracket, and the bottom two in each group are fully eliminated.
Yep, he's dead.
Whoa! Fire damage.
It was like me with DS2, yeah.
No, it's not easy.
Yeah, if Chris asked me to do DS2 bingo, and he was like, hey, you know, I might say yes. And if I started playing DS2 bingo and I hated it, we'd be in an unfortunate situation.
I hope he's not going for Jory.
You know? So it is definitely a lesson that I think we can all learn of being willing to say
honestly,
no.
no, I think
I said no to bingo
It would make
in
sense,
season
right? Because you
4
would think to Jory's
and now in
further
season
away,
6. I was not asked to participate in 2 or 3 for obvious reasons.
Jory.
But
I
I
think it's
said
good for
no
man
in
play
season
atmosphere,
4.
too.
I said no in season 6 because I knew my limits. I quite enjoyed myself in season 5. I think because I was teamed up with Aggie and doing a dual person bingo was a lot more fun. But it is a lesson in knowing your limits. If you're not sure, it is okay to say no sometimes.
Stop doing it.
What's the reason? Oh, because I forfeited a match in season 1 at the end of the season. And that did not go over well.
Dude, like,
Told the whole
actually
story
insane
about it.
gameplay.
Maybe like half hour into stream. Oh, Chemist dies to
Maybe he
Jory.
thought Jory's like one of these bosses where you can hit before reposting.
Yeah, you really have to do the backstab loop on Jory, otherwise he gets out of hand so fast. In a vacuum, that story is funny AF. I mean, even outside of a vacuum, I thought it was going to be funny AF. Like,
Bro, this
I was hopeful. I was like, I'm not allowed to forfeit. I hope that people will find this funny. I'm just going to do an any % run. Apparently people did not. I very much misunderstood, not misunderstood. My the risk I took was calculated, but man, was I bad at math. I think the viewers find it funny. No, the viewers at the time were pissed. They were pissed. They were like, you deprived us of a game of bingo. And it's like, yeah. As a mod, I advised Mitch against it. I mean, nobody could have advised me of anything. I was not going to play bingo.
Sirius is literally going to get this.
I was either going to literally shut off my stream or do an any % run. I could not, at that point, mentally handle a game of bingo. If there was a thought in my mind of like, well, maybe I could suffer it out, I would have suffered it out. There was no thought at all of doing a game of bingo. It was, I am 100% rage quitting this. I cannot take it. So maybe it'll at least be funny if I do an any % run.
You just need to jump into the corner, right?
When did you make peace with bingo producers? Over the like year or 2 after that.
Okay, there's
Tried to apologize right away. Was kicked from the Discord before I could.
Half HP.
Sent personal apologies to Dom and Aggie.
He's not that far away.
And
Backstab
He
him.
is so
Backstab him.
far
Backstab
away.
him.
No.
the other
Oh my
commentator,
God,
was it
please
Bree?
heal.
I don't remember. There was it Puppery? One of them was commentating. Also sent a personal apology to them.
Chemist dies. I think Sirius gets it.
But only really, you know, fully turned it around over quite a while.
Now the fire. Yep, there comes the fire.
I think I'm getting.
You should stop bringing that up and let us remind you as the great bingo commentator. You gotta learn from your mistakes.
We
Low-key funny.
We're in the wrong timeline.
Didn't even do a ukulele apology video. I know.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
backstab. Just donut you. Donut, no. Just
No, it's
keep
okay. He
backstabbing.
can't. It's
Okay, okay, wait. Chemist is getting him.
Sirius is in the fight. Just backstab. Don't
Just
fucking
backstab.
read it.
Why would you charge R2 there? Okay, he got lucky. Oh, and he interrupted the teleport.
He got this.
Wait, this okay.
He's
wait,
got it,
wait.
actually.
Fucking snipe, dude. Wait,
Oh, there it
Wait,
is.
he's got it.
He got
Wait,
it.
he locked
Oh my
the
God,
fuck
he
in.
got it. He got
Yippee! Okay, so something to explain with Chemist and this Jory strat. The reason he was R1ing in between the backstabs is because in the bounty, in the disc bounty again, going back to the disc bounty, we had a weapon. I don't recall what it was, but we had a weapon that was fast enough that you could get a single R1 in and still get the backstab if you did it right. So Chemist probably remembers that, but a Great Axe is just a little too slow for that. Falks? There was a Falks route. I think Chemist did the Falks route. I think it might have been, yeah.
Oh, he locked in at the end. GG.
And so this was before the glitch was found to skip Jory entirely. But at the initial, when we were all fighting Jory, he learned it with an extra R1 in between. Chemist was the Falks guy. Yeah, yeah.
Holy, dude, that's so much money. Okay, Chemist, for the love of Christ.
No, 3 of the 6 matches were not unwatchable this season. You're simply wrong.
What's next? What's next? Rakshasa. Go back there. Try it.
Honestly, yes. Rakshasa.
They were very watchable and fun.
Road 2. Why not? Fuck it. Midra, Lamenter, Scudutree, Avatar.
How long you guys known each other or been friends back when that happened, if you don't mind saying?
I guess.
Not long.
Okay, yeah, Sirius is still completing this because Midra is still on the
I knew Aggie for forever since the Sekiro days.
Exactly.
Knew
Yeah,
Chris
makes
pretty
sense to
well.
leave here.
Dom was,
Holy shit.
in my
Getting
mind,
money
like
as
the
well
new
is also very
person.
nice for Sirius right now. But he's just gonna grab the Grace and then.
Although maybe it was more like I was the new person
Is he
because I
from
kind of
London?
knew like Aggie and Josh and Chris more like separately rather than like
No,
together as like a bingo group. I don't know.
maybe.
I don't recall exactly, but
Lamenta would be is not a bad call.
That all
actually.
worked out
It
eventually,
is
yeah.
well, and it blocks the road too.
He is going Lamenter. Oh, it gives him the diagonal, dude.
Oh, the other diagonal.
Yep.
That's serious playing.
Must have been watching different bingo brawlers, yeah.
Yep.
Must have been.
Wow.
At the end of the day,
Lamenter pickup
someone's
here,
always going to
this could still
win.
be a tough
Someone's
fight. This
always
is
going to
pretty
lose.
early
Just because
Lamenter.
someone
Gotta
loses
have
doesn't
some pretty
mean
decent damage to make sure this
the
thing
game
doesn't
wasn't
not
good or
move too
interesting or
hard.
entertaining.
Okay, Chemist going for backside here.
Hitless? Remembrance boss Hitless?
Maybe.
Then uses Gaia's remembrance.
Understand them
for
being mad about
killer
taking time out of their day
remembrance
to
boss
run a
with
bingo
remembrance
game
weapon
and it kind of
only?
being made a mockery of. Also, you just being over
Yeah,
it. Glad
I mean,
everyone's
that's it
cool
all
now
then.
because streams together are so fun. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Man, like,
Well, now I've gone back into the whole thing, but my only one last in defense of myself is I literally messaged Dom and was like, can I please forfeit or like drop out of the season because I am not having fun? And it was, you know, like a week or two before that happened. I was like, I do not enjoy this. I would like to not, and was told no. So that's my only last, you know, defense of it. And then I will try to just move on. But I was literally like, I don't want to. I can't do this.
Amanda's such a
Please
shit
let me
boss.
out. I was
Honestly, Lamenter's
actually
probably one of the worst from
ruining the
Softbox.
matches by not enjoying
Ever
it.
made. It makes no sense to do the whole thing with here. There's not a single status he can be affected. It makes no
Got in
sense.
his chemist
It's
resigned?
stupid.
No.
And I bet there will be no people watching in chat being like, but Doodle, this is the law. It's still so ass.
Agreed, Zoodle.
that not
Lamenter
fun?
is
Why do you make fun of
so
yourself
bad.
like that?
Genuinely
myself?
one of the
I don't
worst
know what-
bosses
I wouldn't
FromSoft
say
has
that.
ever made. It's so bad.
I think you talk like that all the time. What do you mean?
There was another player who had dropped out of season 1 before me. I don't think so. Unless I'm misremembering. There was a player that dropped out of season 2.
It is getting a little late.
Love Zoodle's commentary, yeah.
Especially with these
All my
matches where
homies
it's
hate
like,
Lamenter. Bro, it's so bad.
setup.
Not much
It's-
happening,
it's not
right?
like it's-
Just like you see these people walk. for
It's
a
like
long
that hard. A
time,
lot of
yeah.
people
We
confuse
see
hard
a-
with
this
bad.
guy, he's
It's
going
just
for- he's going for the-
bad.
He's going for the hitless strat.
Mhm.
He's
It
punching
doesn't have
behind
to
the
be a
pillar.
hard boss to just make no sense from a boss design.
This is exciting.
Like that
Goes
each
into
commentator
corner.
brings a different energy. Yeah.
Oh, it's not going.
I try to be like super professional, which is to my fault, I think, because I don't know how to be professional when, you know, filling dead air with like small talk. But Chris is much better at that. Zoodle is all over the place, and it's incredible.
Right into the repost.
Dom's roundtable didn't drop out. He was kicked out. Well,
Comfortable enough for hitless guys.
let's kind of call it 50-50. But yes, I do believe he was
Back kick.
Kick.
Nice.
he was definitely not invited to continue.
Stab.
It was both. Yeah.
Decent
Stagger.
RG here. Very nice. Very
He's
nice.
cooking.
Like Millennia
He's
healing on hit.
cooking.
Oh, Millennia healing on hit is cool. I like Millennia healing on hit a lot.
Brother.
Am I serious?
Waterfowl is
Seriously stuck.
stupid AF though.
He can't go through the door.
He was promoted to
There's tech
viewer.
for
Yep.
this, actually. One is actually.
They're great at explaining
putting out
strats and the
one
technical
is
aspect of
jump
things,
over
especially during the GDQ run. Oh,
the,
thank you.
The area that activates that.
Yeah, that was that GDQ run was so good
Oh
too.
my god, dude. Is Chemist locking in, dude?
He's so locked in.
This is one of the bosses that you have to just fight in the disc bounty, so he is familiar with Gaius.
Snap.
He is locking in.
Yep, there's the body check. He dodged it. Back kick. He dodged it. Oh my god, I think he's got it.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Really expected more Deathlink, to be honest. So did we. I was like, I think in our practice matches we averaged Deathlinking like 15 to 20 times in our practices, and then day of we Deathlinked like 5 times.
Shit, man.
I was like, huh, that's absurdly low.
Oh my god, Zeus needs to be careful right now.
That's what I was saying with Lamenter, dude. Okay, he does get
Woo.
the stagger.
Yeah,
huge.
very
He
clean
has the
Gaius.
stagger
He's
here.
dealing really good damage.
Millennia's lifesteal is all right, but they should have reduced her health to make up for it. I just completely disagree. I think her health is good. I think her lifesteal is good. I think all they had to do was take away Waterfowl Dance, and I think she's a fun boss.
Fire burn under his ass where he's like, you know what, I wanna.
The only problem with her lifestealing is that she lifesteals on Waterfowl. Because Waterfowl sucks.
For sure.
If there was no Waterfowl, there is no problem with her lifestealing.
Where are we going?
Or with her health, or with anything else.
Come on.
Did he
Very
just
nice
fucking
Lamenter kill by Sirius.
Damn. Good call.
I mean, he threw away an extra 200,000.
Rakshasa right away, Chemist.
He
Get
threw
that
away an
block.
extra.
Rakshasa would be a
200,000,
great block for Chemist if he does go for it.
All
Fuck
right.
it.
All right.
Fuck it.
I think you should also get lifesteal in this fight, or she doesn't get lifesteal if you have a 100% block shield. I do agree with the she shouldn't get lifesteal with a 100% block shield, but
Yeah, 6 to 4
again,
now for Sirius.
only because of Waterfowl.
Locking in, man.
Because outside of Waterfowl, what attack from hers would you block? I mean, you could, but like, you really don't need to.
He probably did the wrong place. He wants to go
It
Rakshasa.
really is just only that one move is so absurdly terrible that it ruins the entire fight. Like, every other criticism of her instantly disappears if you just get rid of that one thing.
Rakshasa is so important.
I think she's perfect.
If Zeus gets knocked, this NPC.
Midra.
Third already.
Maybe he just wants to show off his Midra fight. You know what? I'll never say no to seeing a Midra. Potentially, Chemist could be setting up a row 1. Jails, NPC bosses. He knows Sirius has already done at least 2 because of Lamenter, and Sirius is about to mark NPC bosses. So he won't really actually be able to threaten it.
That's a second because Ancient Dragon Man.
Yeah.
That's third.
Nope. Wow.
That is his third. Yep, because he did Ancient Dragon Man, Lamenter, the commentators forgot about, and now Dane. So Chemist, yeah, does he have any? No. He has no lines left. He's now forced into Majority, in which case Midra is the worst possible boss for Majority. It's so
Yeah, that was
long.
Dane. And then
Out of every square on the board, this is the longest square left.
Lamenter.
Right.
We said it.
Die.
NPC boss. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Dude,
no.
Yeah, this Rakshasa is so important. Sirius should just
Chemist
go
shares your
for it.
sentiment on Midra. He is so good. It's such a good.
Wait, it's
Waterfowl isn't so bad if you already get used to it. Okay, then no move is bad. Then no move even could potentially theoretically be bad if the criteria for being bad is it has to still be bad after I've spent 100 hours learning it. There's no move in any game that ever gives you trouble if you spent 100 hours learning it. That's not the criteria.
It's not even going the right way.
You open the map to just check.
He's definitely going the wrong way.
What makes Lamenter an NPC boss? Because he's an NPC boss. He has all of the markings of an NPC boss. He flinches on hit. He's got a player moveset of attacks. I mean, I guess aside from his clones, but like that's his gimmick. He can roll, dodge with iframes. He
Chemist grabs the
has a poise value that works the same as NPCs. He is literally a player character model.
Just grab the grace and port the
what else? What else? What else can I even?
That'd be so sick.
His AI is basically just rolling a dice instead of like programmed in attacks and attack strings.
He's blocking every column.
Yeah.
I don't know. In every single way that a boss can be an NPC boss, he is an NPC boss. With the one like, I guess you could say slight unique exception to him, that he also has a unique hide in a bunch of clones thing. But the way that he functions is exactly the way that every NPC boss functions.
But on the two,
There's so many NPC fights in the DLC. There's a whole lot.
are there not two different ones that just?
One thing that makes people think that he isn't is he's clones and his unique stagger, but it's not significant enough to say he is an NPC. Yeah.
Okay, fair.
His unique, anti-clone stagger. Because he doesn't, like, stagger. It's just the, extra long flinch, basically, when you remove his clones.
Is getting absolute blasted right now.
And none of them are good. Good job, FromSoft. True.
First,
Doesn't drink a flask, though. Not every NPC has a flask. Think of, like, for example, Invaders. Magnus the Beastclaw, not a boss, technically, but is an NPC and does not get any healing flasks. Dane doesn't get any healing flasks, etc.
I'm dead ass so confused.
Dude, I don't know.
Still can't dodge Waterfowl after 500 plus hours. Moves bad, and other bosses. I can figure out the error. Waterfowl is badly designed. Yeah. If
you know what I love? The occasion, like looking.
If you are a game design
like
game encounter design, I'm not sure exactly how you would describe it, but a someone looking at those types of things, Waterfowl does not fit the criteria for what
no, he's right.
is applauded or looked for in boss encounter design.
Now going up there.
And does fit with several boxes for things that you should avoid in boss encounter design.
I have never seen this way before in my life.
It is, in those ways, a badly designed move.
Probably.
Chemist forced to do Abyssal Woods without the skip. Yeah.
Chat, you gotta convince Chemist to just practice bingo, like just once a week or something.
True.
We could get some insane matches if he just practiced like just once a week.
We could, because he's so good at the things he's good at.
He just needs to put some more bingo matches into this, and he would actually clutch.
Yep.
Yeah.
I shield poke Radon. Hey, good strat.
Because all he needs,
I think in theory you should be able to dodge every move on your first fight. That does not apply to Waterfowl at all. Yes, I think on every fight you should be able to sometimes dodge the enemy's moves. You should not dodge an enemy's moves 100% of the time on your first fight. Then it's kind of boring. But you should Poison Izzy, thank you for the 5 gifted sub. Let's go. But you should, let's say on your first fight you manage to dodge every attack of theirs 20% of the time, right? You're kind of just guessing on the timing, but you get it right once and you're like, heck yeah, I got it. And then you like start to home in and you start to figure it out. You're not going to dodge Waterfowl a single time till you look it up or, I don't know, swap to Bloodhound Step or something. It's just, breaks that rule.
I mean, yeah.
Because he's good at killing. But do you think
Long-time
he goes for
YouTube
3
lad,
DLC
first time
spirit
catching a stream,
matches
hope all is well.
on? Probably
Yo, thank you. Thank you very much, Izzy.
I mean, who does?
Let's go.
not. I do.
The close range dodge for waterfall is so absurdly specific it must be unintended, and the downtime dodge just feels really bad. Yeah.
Want to show them on the map? Don't do it.
Waterfall you just run, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
If you happen to be far away, if you are in melee, just running doesn't work. A run plus a jump plus a dodge plus 2 more dodges does work, but
Absurd meter.
again, you will have a 0% success with that on your first try.
Watch him do it. Watch him do it with a remembrance weapon. No.
You'll have a 0% success with that on your 10th try.
To block.
You'll have a, you know,
know,
a success rate on it on your
there's spirit
100th
matches.
try, but
8 to 4 right now.
there's Meta Laser that I have no idea where when you look it up. Yeah, no, Meta Laser is also horrible. That Meta Laser is, to be fair, more horrible, but at least it doesn't kill you. Waterfowl kills you,
Is
so.
he just prepping now the Divine Birds with the Rumina?
But yeah,
Yeah.
also bad moves.
We should be seeing Divine Birds here from Sirius in just a bit.
If you're close and low on stamina, you're also 100% done by Waterfowl,
Look
just a
at all
faulty
these
move. Yep.
Weenies lining up the tree skip. They don't do it against the jump.
So true, Dom.
Bunch of
Just
Yeah, learn
run
your
straight off the
bingo.
edge.
As a message to the bingo players, learn your bingo skips.
What a bunch
Otherwise,
of
Duma will call you
goobers.
live a weenie. Oh, you only had 2 months to prep everything? Well, doesn't matter. You're a weenie. All right.
Bro, those
All
freaking
right.
frenzy stones can fuck you up.
Oh, I saw this in chat, so I'll address it once more because I disagree on this. Chemist did say he's probably not going to practice very much. I believe in the post-match interview. Maybe he'll change his mind on that. And then somebody said that's disrespectful. But I disagree with that. I think that the idea that you must spend time practicing for something that you don't enjoy over the course of many months, like, I think that is an unreasonable expectation to put on somebody. So while I hope that Chemist does in fact practice, I think obviously we all hope that he does in fact practice. I think the idea that like he must, otherwise he's being disrespectful, when it's something that he has expressly said, I don't like this. I'm not doing this because I don't like this. Saying you must do something that you really don't enjoy over the course of many months is a big ask. Now, I think then also Chemist has no room to argue. If, let's say, for example, Dom said, hey, Chemist, sorry, I'd like to replace you. I think Chemist at that point, of course, has to say yes. I think that's kind of the trade-off. You should never be forced into doing something that is harmful to you and your mental health, but you can't complain then if you're not afforded the opportunity to it. Main concern is that his spot could have been filled by someone who wanted to practice. I agree. So, now that we know, if Dom wanted to, and I'm not saying Dom should or has to, if Chemist wants to stay and Dom wants him to stay, then I hope he practices and we'll see how it goes. And even if he doesn't, I think it's not the end of the world. I think we all take bingo way too seriously. Yeah, somebody's going to lose a bunch of matches. Oh well, you know, whatever. It's not the end of the world. You get a bunch of other good bingo matches to see. So if it works out and he stays, I think that's completely fine. But I also think it is okay if Domo said, I want to have someone else. So that's where I think it is. I don't think it's disrespectful unless Chemist threw a fit about it. If Chemist threw a fit about it and was like, oh, Dom, blah, 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 oh, and it's someone else's fault and blah, 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 that's disrespectful. If he just says, hey, I'm sorry, I really wanted to, but I really don't enjoy this and I can't put in the time to practice, I think that's a fair thing to say.
Next
Yeah.
tree lineup, jump.
What?
Perfect.
Oh, he's going for
Serious
this
Challenges
guy.
is also quite the bingo player, so it really amplified it. Yes, Serious is also really, really good. So, yeah, his showing against Chemist, you know, did make it look very lopsided. I mean, and honestly, Chemist does still have 4 squares here. He got
That's a good jump.
4 or 5 in the first game, while also getting sniped on 2 squares. So, like, he was still doing some good stuff. It's just like, I feel like we're all taking the opportunity to try to, like, talk down on him because it's easier to do when we know that he didn't practice, as opposed to, like, he actually wasn't doing anything, you know? Like, his play is actually still pretty,
I forgot they have wings.
like, not bad. Not up to the level of everyone else that has practiced as much,
They have all
but
kinds of combos like that. They got stomp combos. They got sword combos. They got wing combos.
he
It's
did still
crazy
play
cool.
pretty decently. Chemist isn't throwing matches, he just doesn't have the practice. Right, right. Sirius absolutely played a banger. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Not going to take it home. I would be doubtful that Chemist is going to take home the first place
He
victory.
pulled the elevator or the lever, right?
But-
Isn't that crazy?
Not everybody is going to take home the first place victory. It really,
No, I think he did.
we're making it so much bigger of a deal than it actually is. It's fine. It's okay. Chemist is so
This is
fast that
gonna
honestly
be
might be
that
enough to give him a
match
win
today
against
where
some
Chemist
players.
gonna learn out of
It's
everything,
possible.
and at the end of
Chemist,
the
I think,
seasons become a
yeah,
god.
can still win matches.
Dude,
And if he does practice, I think
It
he
happened
undeniably will win matches. But
This is the next thing.
I think
guys.
that is
So they
a
have
decision for him to make. I don't think
obviously,
losing
but,
a game of
while the
bingo
seasons
is
happen,
like
the players
a
gonna get
cardinal
so much
sin
better.
that
Because
is
it's like
considered
it's a different
disrespectful.
thing, learning while also playing in a live match.
One could say he took the challenge
everyone's gonna
seriously.
learn a lot out of this.
I think the mid recall probably didn't help the case. Yeah, the mid recall is a very strange strategic decision. Very, very strange strategic decision for trying to win. Because it doesn't block any new lines for you. It doesn't set up any new lines for you. It's the slowest possible one. Oh yeah, and it was Chemist, right, that just forgot to pull the lever? Yeah, which was kind of funny. Because again, he's used to doing this from out of bounds in a glitched category.
Well,
The format is failing because one guy did badly. Yep. So true.
you know,
It's funny when
Yeah,
Domo
Midra
asked why
takes
Midra and
really long
Chemist
to get to
replied,
the pump.
because I like Midra. Kind of based, though. I mean, Chris would probably give the exact same answer, and we'd all be like, good job, Chris. But that's because Chris, you know, also wins. It's like, if you win or at least get close to winning, it's like you can do whatever you want and people are going to love it. But if you lose and it's not particularly close, everyone's going to criticize you for it. I don't like the format this season, but I like Chemist. I like the format this season quite a bit. The only thing I don't like about the format... Actually, I guess there's two things I don't like about the format this season. One thing I don't like about the format this season is eventually there has to be a tiebreaker between base game and DLC once we get into playoffs. So I don't like that it's going to be a coin flip, and that coin flip will probably determine who wins a lot of the matchups once we get to elimination. I don't love that. And the other thing I don't love is combining a season with a ton of new players with our most complicated format yet, in my opinion. Every previous season was one thing you had to learn. You learn base game. You learn base game. You learn base game. Season 4, you just learn DLC. Season 5, one person learns base game. A different person learns DLC, so you as a player only have to learn one. Season 6, let's invite a ton of new players. You have to learn both. That's my only two criticisms of the current season. Otherwise, I think it's sick. I think it's so good.
I'll bring him up on the
We're having Bingus classes. Yippee!
Bring him on the big screen.
The fact that we have any players in a niche esport for a 4-year-old game that a majority of people who played didn't even finish is an achievement in and of itself. Yep.
I'm not fixing that right now.
Wait, a literal coin flip? Yes. So there will. So once we get to best of 3, somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. So they'll do a base game, they'll do a DLC, and if they're tied 1-1, they will literally flip a coin to determine whether we do a second base game or a second DLC game. So if you're a DLC monster and you win every DLC game, all you got to do is win your coin flips and always land on DLC, and you will always advance. But if it ever coin flips and lands on base game, now you're in some trouble. Same thing the opposite way. If you're a base game monster and not as good at the DLC. So, to be honest, I think Domo's more stressed about the streaming service not working than the player drama. 100%. 100%. Viewers are more concerned with the drama. Domo is more concerned with just making a good event. And I think that is where his priorities should be. I think Domo's doing a great job of putting his priorities in the right spot.
But yeah, one more square here for Sirius, and it's going to be GG's on a diagonal.
Yup.
Better when the best are going against the best? Not always. If you just wanted the best that went against the best, you would be watching Bingo Club. There's a reason that you're watching Bingo Brawlers and not Bingo Club.
Left and right. I mean, honestly, though, Chemist played fucking amazing.
Because Bingo Club is fully open. Anyone can play at any time. They play 12 months out of the year. There are probably players in Bingo Club that would 2-0 every single player in this competition. Probably. I think. I don't know. And you've never heard of them. You watch this. You watch Bingo Brawlers because you want to see Chemist. You watch Bingo Brawlers because you want to see Aggie. You watch Bingo Brawlers because you want to see Blanks. You want to see Tom. You want to see CBD. You want to see Domo casting it all. You want to see the people that you know. That's why you watch Bingo Brawlers and not Bingo Club. Because the best of the best of the best, where it just becomes like a super efficient, optimized rush of everything from effectively, you know, people that you don't know, isn't as interesting.
And then decided to go for Midra. As a, you know what I mean?
And so
Chemist didn't play bad there.
That's how it is.
Really good fights. Like, honestly,
you want to listen to Midja.
So
also true. I want to watch Aggie. I want to watch Parky. I want to watch Chris, but he's out. I want to watch Tom. I want to watch Blanks. I want to watch CBD. I want to watch all the new players. I want to watch Sirius. He's been kicking butt. I want to watch Roma. He's been looking awesome.
I like how Tom wrote.
Who's the best though? Who knows?
Chemist is going places that he knows, and yet we just saw him like.
Bingo Club is the main community bingo Discord server. If you're interested in playing bingo, I highly suggest checking out Bingo Club.
So bad.
They do tons of events for beginners and expert bingo players alike. Yeah.
Like milk, dude, in like 3 minutes.
You want to watch Gino though? That's fair. You got to convince him to want to play bingo then.
That's crazy.
Is Chemist just
spoiled ass milk, dude?
just spinning his camera while fighting Midra?
Damn, he's not even gonna be able to finish Midra before Sirius gets this bingo line.
Yup.
Yeah, this is a scary bingo line.
Gonna die now on the big combo.
I mean, yep.
Lamar had some impressive plays. I really liked watching him. Yeah, that's the other thing, right? I mean, I know. The discussion is just going to be this the whole time because viewers love the drama. But Chemist and Roma, at the time they were invited, had the exact same amount of bingo experience, as far as I know. And one of them is looking really strong. I would not be surprised to see him in the winner's bracket. I would be shocked if he's not at least moving on in the loser's bracket. And the other isn't. Right? So you got to take a chance on people sometimes. If you just say, oh, all we want is the best of the best of the best, and the only thing I care about is having the best players, you will not see a single new person from season 1 to season 184. It's just going to be, yep, so they're the best player, and they keep practicing in the off season, and they keep getting better, and we never get any new players. We want to see new players. It's fun. So that's the other idea. Yes, it's not going to work out for everyone. I'm sad that Chemist didn't like it, but I don't think that is a crime on anyone's part. I think it's correct for Domo to want to invite new players, and I think it's correct for Chemist to want to try it. I think it's unfortunate he didn't like it. And I think it's unfortunate that he's not going to practice.
Serious today, winning 2 matches back to back.
But yeah.
For Germany.
Well, back to back.
Is Gino better than Aggie and even Hobb? At the things that Gino does, certainly. At doing hitless all bosses, RL1 Barefist. I'd definitely say Gino's better. At Bingo, very unlikely right now. Aggie has been practicing a lot. Gino has not played in many seasons. So very unlikely that at this exact moment, Gino would win a Bingo game against Aggie. But who knows? Is Gray new? Gray... I think Gray has participated in Bingo Club, but he was also, I believe, a ref for a while. He is new this season. He has not played in a Bingo Brawlers season yet.
Wait, that's kind of sick. Nice, got it.
Yath is my Bingo goat personally. Mine too. My goat at everything.
There it is.
I was never jumped out. Hey, Meteor's dead. Just mark it. Just mark it. You deserve it. Just
I think at the current moment, NPT is the best. I would not be surprised to hear that. I would not be surprised if Tom won this whole season.
Serious. Awesome.
I think Tom is definitely a front runner for sure.
Day 1, Chad. Wow. What did we see today? It was
What's
insane.
craziness?
When is Kai Sanat playing Bingo? What? He already is. That's Aggie. Bro is Kai Sent.
Moving everything.
What? Whoa, he's moving everything. Dom, you can't move everything. Holy.
Man. Oh my god, I have to fix this the next time I have...
Wonder if we'll get Pepe Jack next season. He was playing a lot before the season, helped others practice. I don't know if he's interested in playing, though. He did play this season. He got eliminated. There was a preseason for American players, and Pepe Jack threw his hat in the ring, played well, but unfortunately got eliminated. So, yeah, I expect we'll hopefully see him back in future seasons, but he did not quite make it this season.
Bro, it's not my fault.
What is happening?
It's not my fault. Where the hell is Sirius's camera? It's just.
MBT is an insane player, has the advantage of experience. Really tough contender. Really tough contender, yeah.
What's happening here?
Damn, 2 bingo lines.
We're gonna have more countries in upcoming seasons. I don't know. I hope so. I like the multi-national competition that we have this time. It's really cool, I think.
I'm not looking.
Kai.
I'm not looking. Can we look again?
I mean, I remember Sweat during 4 was basically learning Bingo, and he started rough and started really picking up and improving a ton across the season as well. Yep. And then in Season 5, he was a solid competitor, and now in Season 6, he's looking quite strong. Like, so...
Nice. GG's, dude.
Yeah, sometimes you start out, and it's a little rough when you start, and then you kind of get into it.
And get the menu.
I think a good example of the coin flip best of 3 would be someone like V-Swed, who only started doing Bingo in the DLC, so would be better at DLC compared to base game, just because he's got more experience with the DLC. I agree. Yeah. Or if I played. I'm pretty good at the DLC Bingo, I feel like. But I have not done the base game at all. If I was in the season, I would learn it, but yeah, absolutely.
What the fuck?
Sweat is now a base game beast. He is good at the base game as well. Don't underestimate Sweat on the base game. He's probably still better at DLC, but don't underestimate him.
I don't know why. Like, don't talk right now. You're gonna hear yourself twice.
If Dom makes another country style, I hope it will be 2v2 format. Make the teams work together more. I kind of agree. I think that'd be neat. I also think if you did pair people together, I think there would be a good incentive to make sure that everyone was well practiced. Although, there is no team that's beating Blank's Tom duo. Like, I mean, like, I don't want to go too much for, like, the favorites, you know, by country. I think other individuals from other countries have a chance. I don't think there's a country that beats Blanks and Tom. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. It would be so nasty. Kevin's played really well, but he kind of lacked in Bingus knowledge. Yeah. I agree, yeah. Sweat on base game is good if he remembers to upgrade his weapon. That's the big thing. I don't know why new players don't upgrade their weapon. It's like the one thing you can do as a newer player to make sure you don't fall too far behind. Just upgrade your weapon all the time, every time. Like Sam would cook anyone. Yeah, that's a scary team. That's a scary team I would not want to face. USA kind of far ahead, I think. They have had a lot more practice, which is kind of, you know, bringing it up internationally was to allow more competition, but USA has been doing this for many years. Can see CVD and Catalyst doing well. I could see it. Potential. Tom is Aggie? No, Tom is Nuclear Pasta Tom. I mean, Aggie is all, but nah, that's, we call him Aggie. As a newer player, what sort of playstyles do you think Roma has developed towards? He feels very defensive. In his game against Tom, he felt like he was really never pushing his line advantages, even when he had good ones to push. So he feels very defensive to me, but he is fast. He's fast, he plays well, he's got a good eye for the defense, but I think he maybe needs to work a little bit more on finding a way to put the pressure on the opponent, and if he does that, he could be a top contender, for sure. For the finals, can we get a TriCast with you, Domo, and Chris? I hope so. That'd be fun. What about a quad cast? We throw Zoodle in there. What about a Quint cast and we throw Josh in there? And what about a 6 times? What if we just have every single former player, not former, every single eliminated player all on the cast together, and we're just having like a big old, you know, couch that we're all sitting on, just talking. Also include ADEF. Ooh, I would love if ADEF also was there. Bingo podcast, yeah. Anyway, I should get to bed. We've got Archipelago in 9 hours from now. And I do not fall asleep immediately after stream, nor do I immediately wake up and start stream. So I gotta get to bed here for Archipelago in the morning. We got through this match. If it had been a little longer, I could have stayed up a little later, but I don't want to do a whole nother match from the next day, so I think now is a good time to call it. Wait, what, Archipelago? Yeah, Archipelago. It's going to be me, Chris, Aggie, Parky, Lobos Jr., and Zero Lenny, all doing an Archipelago together. Various games, just for fun, but with Deathlink. And that'll be in 9 hours from now, so it'll be fun. Are you going to review day 2 games when you co-casted them as well? I think so. I might skip through a little more since I know them a bit better. I know I probably should have skipped through this game a little more because, like, I wasn't paying that much attention once, you know, we kind of knew what the outcome was going to be at a certain point. But, yeah, day 2, I might skip a little ahead to the most interesting parts since I know them. Day 3, however, I was kind of not paying attention too much today. I was a little back and forth with stuff. So day 3, I want to go through in detail and figure out all the stuff that happened. Lois was doing an Archie today. What a trooper. Oh my god, he's doing Archie into Archie? That's a lot of Archie. Okay. What games for the Archie? I'm going to be doing Metroid Fusion. Unless I change my mind between now and when I wake up. But otherwise, I'm doing Metroid Fusion. Chris is doing Borderlands 2. Lobos was thinking Bomberman. I don't know what Aggie and Parky are doing. Lenny definitely said the game, but I forgot what it was. I don't remember. Unless a better game comes to me in a dream. Yeah, exactly. Unless I dream of Dark Souls 2 and wake up and go, oh, I'll do Dark Souls 2. All right, let's raid. Let's raid. I'm gonna turn this off so you guys can't see me snooping on people to figure out what they're playing for whether I want to raid them or not. Hold on. Okay, what are they playing? Okay. Let's raid Kaylee. Gotta work, but I'll try to catch some of it. Have fun. Yeah, thank you. We're playing Metroid on an emulator. Yes, that is the only way to get Archipelago to work, is on an emulator. I do own it on the Game Boy Advance. I have played it before, but the only way to do an Archipelago is on an emulator. So. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Have a good night, or morning, or afternoon, or evening. wherever in the world you all happen to be. And I will see you all later. Have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye.